Majita, AMAGENTS here. Penson.
Oh, Debs, hey, come on, man.
On the 31st of July 2026, we're doing it again. We're doing it big. Where we're doing it, Debza?
Alex, Bramfontein, yeah.
Johannesburg. So guys, itikiti, the damage is a clipper, $100. We've got limited tickets, limited seating. We're trying to keep it intimate. We're trying to keep a nice Q&A session. So book your tickets ASAP.
Yeah, Buffett, come through, Buffett. We want to speak about everything and anything that has to deal with men.
Danko is?
Thank you.
Hush.
Come to God. Let's go.
Debs, uthi awuphuze kodwa nakho usuyaphuza.
That's a flu.
So manje uyaphuza ngaphethe
Umuntu
flu.
actually needs mentorship.
Titimba,
Are you guys gonna take this onto a broadcasting platform
we
like TV?
No, I've spoken to guys at SABC. They'll never. The way that this is
Because
packaged.
it's risky. It's too risky. I know how they. Because I license my stuff to them, but my stuff is safe. Yeah.
Your stuff is
I don't
clean, bro.
commission. I don't do commissions at all.
But I think Titi is asking, would you like to?
Yes,
I
that's
would.
what I'm asking.
I would. The problem is, I wouldn't like
Piece
the
of shit. Oh, sorry. Fuck.
They'll
I'm
tone you
sorry.
down. They'll
No,
take
so-
away your juice.
It's trying to read
So
telepathically
Mina,
what you're saying.
I don't mind toning it down.
Yeah.
What I do mind is scripting it.
Yeah.
I've got a big
I
issue with
struggle with
the
script
script.
as well.
So if, for example, personally, Mina, I don't like talking about people's names.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
my own personal thing. Like
Yeah.
if there's something that is on Twitter and it's big and
Yeah.
it's a big thing that is on Twitter, then I'll speak.
Yes,
But if it's a rumanyana that you heard via WhatsApp,
You don't
via,
like
via,
that? I love that. Are
The
you comfortable,
rumors.
sir?
Yeah. Very. That's why I'm.
Are you sure?
Yes, bro.
The
Are
rumors.
you guys happy with his positioning? Yeah. From the mic? You happy?
Am I too far? Must I get closer to the mic?
We need you to
Yeah?
be comfortable.
Okay. Because we project.
You don't want tea, coffee?
No, I've got my.
You don't want tea, coffee?
No.
Okay.
I'm good, my bro.
I think we've been filming, so
Are we going?
I think we've been.
Oh,
Brother.
good. Okay.
Thank you so much for blessing us.
Yes, sir.
Titimba.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Titimba.
sir.
Here.
Apologies for the cancellation. The first one.
It wasn't a cancellation, it was a
It was a postponement. at
Yes,
times.
there we
It was
go.
It was a postponement.
Yeah.
I like how we
Reschedule.
met. I thought you were him. I was confused.
That's-
Oh, no,
That makes me want to vomit.
Oh, well, you're taller than him, so please.
I'm
don't-
better looking,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
taller,
And friendlier.
and friendlier.
And then I bumped into him. What's that area? By
Emmanuel.
Queenside. Is it Emmanuel?
Sorry, man.
It was my first time meeting him, actually.
Sorry about that.
No, he's actually a good guy. And then I reminded him of what he promised to set up something between him, myself, and Vusite Mbegwayo. He ran away.
Oh, so you lie on podcasts. Sorry, I'm just trying to set the baseline.
Lie about what?
Like what you just said. Like, must we just lie?
So the story that I'm relating is not true.
No.
When I met you and I said to you, bro, you said to me when I set up a meeting with me, you and Vusi.
That's what Tato Fetu, there was someone that was shot and killed outside that place where we met. You know that?
Yes.
You saw the video?
Yes.
So hectic.
So why are you saying I'm lying?
No, you are lying, but it's not
About
important.
what? And you are frowning. Why?
Pisces?
Yes.
Hey. That's what's up.
When is your birthday?
No, don't worry about that. What if it's in my superpowers?
No,
was
what birthday
fully
in March.
3 days before yours.
Okay, so you are 13. Because I'm 16 March.
1 day before yours.
So you're 15.
Yeah.
Yo, so close. So what am I lying about? Because I wanted to.
As I'm watching you guys are proper gay. I love this.
It's my reputation.
Keep going.
Okay, am I lying about the Vusi?
Umashashaya.
You are implicating me.
What were you talking about? You were
insinuating.
discussing something
I'm saying,
important.
I spoke about
I
how
like
I
Ama
met
Pisces.
I
Oh,
spoke
you met
about
him?
how I met him.
Khuluma
And then I
ngama
was relating
Pisces.
about how I met you.
You thought he was taller, good looking, and then
No, I
you
didn't
met
think
me
he was.
and
He
you were
is
like,
taller
oh
than
my
me.
fuck.
Whoa!
Your
The reason I'm
brother's
here is because of him. If you had invited me, I wouldn't be here.
Because when
So what am I lying about?
You see, it's like, second lie. We've just started. If you didn't invite me, I wouldn't be here. Second
I
lie.
had to kosa le khala to it.
Xhosa le khala. Now we're getting shots.
And Khuluma ngama Pisces.
No, nothing to do with
16
Pisces.
March, 15 March.
UTT Fetu wanted us to connect with Uvusi, and I explained to him that Uvusi Fetu, it's difficult to get a hold of him over text. We even spoke about it, and I was like, Uvusi is tough. He might respond, he might not. It takes a while. I remember even when he went to SMWX, Sizwe Mpofu she was like, yo, this has been like a year or 2 years in the making. It also took us, I think, a year, 2 years to sit with him. So I was like, that's what you're gonna have to deal with.
No, but that can't be because I've got access to Uvus, and you were telling me, Gucci, you want us to get together, no Uvus. And I said, okay, let me know. Are you gonna talk to him or must I?
And I said what?
And you said,
Let's
no,
hear
you'll
the
do
third
it.
lie.
You said you'll do it, but
No.
you're still doing it.
No.
I can show you the text.
You can show me the text.
Please
show me the text.
waphuma kwama-receipt.
I don't mind the receipts. Ugutu Titi's gonna expose himself. I'm trying to protect him. That's why I want us to.
I don't need protection from you.
Okay.
No, I don't need your protection.
Okay.
I would never say no. Let me handle something where you have a relationship. Uvusi, I'm speaking on the record comfortably. It's difficult to get a hold of him.
No, it
so
is. I know this.
if ever you were able to, I really don't mind.
Okay.
Because I remember saying,
Well, it's
Faith,
still pending.
I'm game.
Pending.
From
Still
your
pending.
side?
No, from your side.
How?
Anyway, it's fine. We're not here. We're not here for
We've
that.
set a baseline. At least
Anyway,
I know
thanks.
moving
What a
forward.
welcome. Jeez.
It's horrible. This guy's a jerk. Eh?
Anyway, I enjoyed meeting you the other day. And
No, I appreciate it.
Okay.
And you said to me, you were
All
looking,
right.
you were
Xhosa
looking for
lekhaladi.
me. And I even said
Fuck
to you,
me.
"Hey, man, kanti wawufana nale outlet le umashaya."
Bomatabi ukuthi
I had no idea.
esa.
I had no idea.
You're
It
like,
was-
hey,
it was-
Penwell. I'm like, no, but you're ugly.
No, it's taller.
Penwell said,
Better looking. I was like, you can shine.
What's the name?
Penwell said, what's a sheen?
Oh, you mupele waseshini.
But you boys are good looking, man. Gee, was
Thanks,
light-skinned
CT.
boys.
Light-skinned?
Heartbreakers.
We like your
Heartbreakers.
toes. We
Yeah,
like your
hey.
skin toes.
Dalimahatsa ntwana.
No.
Dalimahatsa ntwana.
No, Zulu men.
Trophy.
Hey,
No.
yadicapha,
Trophy.
yawutitsaka.
I tips Zulu men are like this, bro. Thina sile nali. Asihambe sibuka next door nani. Thina si right.
Wena,
What are you talking about now?
I enjoyed
AMAGENTS.
your video. I enjoyed your video the other day with your sons.
On
You were
Father's
doing a
Day.
video on Father's Day, yeah.
It was
You're very emotional. It was nice to see.
it was a bit of a passionate one.
Yeah.
AMAGENTS before.
Yes.
So siyaringa of it. Like
Yes,
there's
yes.
no pre anything, there's no topics. With you, I wanted to speak about fatherhood. I wanted to speak about being a father in the limelight. I think Wutsi, you are scrutinized a lot tougher. So there are a couple of points that I just want to pick your brain.
Sure.
But since you brought up the that clip, it was emotional, hey.
I could tell.
Sunday was an emotional one because I know so many guys that don't have that access.
Yeah.
And it's not because Amachita are losers. It's not because Amachita aren't trying to fight. It's not because there's so many circumstances that Tina on the other side, we don't give them a chance.
Yeah.
But when you are a deadbeat, when are you are this, you're not a and it's incredibly tough to even voice your pain. So you are dying. There's a part of you that's dying, but then you have to go into the world and Nancy deadbeat, Nancy loser, Nancy,
Yeah.
And I was sitting there because my Father's Day was perfect
Yeah.
in every way.
Yeah.
I literally got out of bed at 12.
Sure.
Kade ngilele. They were like walking around like this. Khona
Yeah.
bangivuse.
Wenza ngathi awuzwa ngithi.
Bangivuse.
Kumele amasokisi.
No, bafukile ekuseni. Bafika baphethe amakhekhe namaflower baney'kipha banginika yonke into. Bese bavala. Okay, shh.
Yeah.
Ngavuswa ngaphuma okay buma 12 to lunch is ready. Ngaphakela lokudla kwami, ngathola lesiphuzana sami.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell, okay, no, you can go back. I'm feeling like what a blessing that I have.
Yeah.
But I know my brothers who are also just as committed, they just don't have access.
You said something important there. You said, I see a lot of you posting Happy Father's Day to all the present dads, right? And that was such an insight for me because some guys would love to be present, but they don't have the privilege of being present. And so we can't exclude them from that statement.
To the
and it's
dads
a risky statement.
to the
to
dads
make.
that deserve it.
Yeah, you just say Happy Father's Day to all the dads.
That's the thing.
Because you don't know the situation I'm mfethu.
I disagree.
You disagree?
TT Tato.
Tato, yes.
Tato, it's nice to officially welcome you on the
Yes,
podcast,
thank
bro.
you, thank
to
you,
sit
thank
with you. Already before we started, you were sharing game, which means a lot to me.
For free.
It's one of the biggest differences between, we'll call it the rich and the poor.
Yeah.
But in this country, white people and black people,
Yeah.
the lack of information. So thank you so much. And
No, it's a pleasure.
Mfethu, for the work you've done on TV, for the work you've done in real estate, just you as a person. Today, obviously, we're going to be mostly honoring you just for the work you've done for Amatime. Like, excuse the pun, but thank you so much, bro. From me and from many of the other people that I know that celebrate you very much.
Appreciate that, man.
Ntwana Sekasi.
Dona Sekasi, Pinville Zone 7.
Oh snap!
Kaslamakasi, the only Kasi in a golf course
Hey,
in the world.
I've been to that golf course.
Yeah, in the world.
Am I allowed to say? No, I'm not going to say.
But
it.
say it.
Ulax showed me that golf course.
yeah.
Ulax tees off from his balcony onto the course.
In Donayam.
Yeah.
Like literally from his balcony, he tees off
I didn't him.
onto. No, he's horrible. He's lying. He's lying. He's
No,
lying.
I played with him. Plenty
Oh, that
times.
means that you trash.
No, I'm a solid golfer.
Let's go.
I'm a solid golfer.
I'll book us there at Penson.
Anytime.
Don't
No,
say
let's go
anytime.
play in Soweto.
Okay, let's go to
Yeah, I, mean,
Soweto.
I believe in taking it back
Okay, we'll go.
to the people. Yeah.
Oh.
Azokushaya mfana. Azokushaya uzotshela uPenwell ukuthi for 2 weeks you've got an issue. Azokutshela induku uthi.
Angeke.
Mina
Angeke.
I also kahle mawuzithemba because it just means ukuthi it's going to be a fun day.
TT, it's an honor to have you, bro.
It's an honor to be here.
I don't agree with celebrating all fathers. Sorry. And I I'm listening to you guys start off and I've got a feeling I might be playing devil's advocate quite a bit today.
Yeah.
I do think Father's Day is meant to be for deserving fathers. I don't think it's meant to be for sperm donors.
Let's unpack what you mean by deserving fathers.
So I think Father's Day is a celebration of a timer that's putting in timer work. Not umchito wa chama inside a woman.
I'm not talking about that. So,
No, I heard
sorry.
the part about
Yeah.
the present.
No,
You see
no,
that
no,
one?
no, no, no,
I
no, I was
understand.
mentioning yes.
his notes about the
I wasn't
Sure.
talking about the guy who smashed and dashed. I was talking about the pain of the guy who wants to,
No, I understand
but doesn't
it.
have access. So I'm still celebrating that guy.
No, nothing wrong.
You know, so
Nothing
that's where I push back because I know what he yes,
Because it exists, eh?
bro. I've got you're gonna machita mina personally. I don't have enough fingers and toes, bro.
Yeah.
Because amachita are getting the system is getting such a way that it's easier for usisi to block.
No, of course.
Yeah, but and it's not about a money thing. It's not about a time thing. It's just the system, the way that it's built. So I know so many guys that don't have access, but whenever they're about to go to bed, they have a silent prayer.
Yeah.
Ukuthi, I wish my son or my daughter was.
Yeah.
But
All
they
I
don't
was
have
saying
access.
is when you guys were saying you should remove I don't mind adding it to all the deserving fathers. You can include fathers who are denied access.
Yeah, because
he's
he's still deserving. He's still deserving.
But I don't mind. But
Yeah, he's
not
still
to
deserving.
every gent. on
No,
this
no,
earth.
no, no,
we're
no,
talking
not
about,
yeah.
I think we're dissecting the word present. Present fathers.
That's a loaded term.
Yes,
By
but
the way.
deserving, I can stand for that because
Nothing wrong.
because I mean it then leads you to the question: what's the difference between a father and a dad?
Sure.
Well, a dad is
Because
gay.
a father is a sperm donor.
Oh, he's not a dad gay.
A father is?
Huh?
A
father's
a
what?
sperm donor. What did you say?
SABC, please can you put this podcast? I'm working.
Are you starting off speaking about fatherhood now?
Yes.
Sorry, before you start.
Okay, sorry. Before we start, Debs is shouting at me. Guys, listen. No, you are shouting. Debs was making a face.
Were
On
you
the
on- you're on
31st,
He's sulking.
he is sulking.
He's
On the
sulking.
31st of July,
2026.
2026, we are doing another live event, live recording with an audience. This one is going to be very much tailored to Q&As for Amachita,
Oh, that's
for the
dope.
gents.
Where?
It is at ALX in Braamfontein in Johannesburg. 100 Rand gets you in. 100 Rand.
Oh, siyabonga ukuthi niyacharge
100
abafowethu.
rand. We're gonna put in the airplane cricket or quick quest.
Manje for
Quick hits,
intwana that can't afford 100
31st
bucks.
of July.
31st
Yeah,
of July.
31st of July. It's a Friday.
It's an AMAGENTS event or
Yes.
Yeah, it's an Amachance event.
okay, cool. I'll extend the invite to Amatimer.
Sweet.
We've got we'll come through.
Hey, we got this in video. Okay, Titimba's gonna be there.
Sumashaya njengokhuluma nakho.
Iyashayana lena. Ayashayana. No, what you khule naye boy?
Aye.
No, ngikhule naye so mina ngiya-understand.
Yawuthaba.
Uzobona ama-camera lana azophela. Uyashaya lo.
You done with your
On the no, I wanna say so Amachita that can't afford a clip.
So I wanna maybe say ring a next app. Because now I'm moving back a free pass manje.
No,
But
I was
guy
just
free
asking.
pass maybe 2
Okay,
days
Clipper,
before.
100 Rand. We'll have a link on Quick
Description.
Money.
Quick hit.
Quick hit. We'll put a
It's like
description.
ticket. Just quick ticket. Quick hit.
Okay. We'll put a description. We'll put a link, everything below on this episode on the 31st of July 2026.
Friday.
At ALX in Braamfontein, guys, where we did the last event. We're doing it again. This one again will be very, very much heavily focused on Q&As. So we are ready for all those questions.
In the evening.
In the evening. Yeah.
That's
We
dope.
we'll put out a poster. We'll do all those
Okay,
things.
yeah, no, please, so we can share with the guys. We've got a WhatsApp group, which I invited him to and he left. Hey, mangithi.
Wait,
Lo
wait.
mntana uhambile.
Lalela.
Ngiyamfonela.
Lalela.
Why did you leave the group?
Lalela.
bro? Hey,
Lalela.
Titi kuningi lapha. Titi. You
Lalela.
can send me the stuff privately.
Lalela.
I've got it on text, bro. Why did you leave the Amatama group out here?
I called him.
Hayi,
I called him. I've got it on text. As the credibility is just going down.
No,
Lalela.
hold on.
Lalela.
Hold
Titi,
on.
no,
I am cold.
Hold on, my brother.
Guys,
Sorry, which producer? Which camera is for TT? This one or that one? This one. This one. If you could please explain what Amatama is before we get into this fatherhood thing, because you'll keep mentioning it.
Oh, yes.
People
yes.
won't know what it is.
All right. Yeah. Amatama Brotherhood Circle, #ABC, is a men's wellness network. We focus on the wellness of men and boys, and we focus on 3 pillars of wellness: physical wellness, mental wellness, financial wellness. Nice. And so we've got a very strong digital presence. We're actually the biggest men's wellness network in Africa.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
Thank you. But besides the social media stuff, we actually have a WhatsApp group that's designed for men to be able to interact on a daily basis. And in that WhatsApp group, we've got 3 subgroups. We've got the Amatama Personal, where we talk only personal stuff. Anything that has to do with your personal issues, challenges, Amachita are there to kind of navigate with you, give you advice.
I was going to ask if it's a safe space.
It's a very safe space. That's why we call it the Amatama Men Cave. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't prevent that. You know, at the end of the day, it's about the circle of trust. And then we've also got the second subgroup, which is the Amatama Business Group. That's where we talk business. Guys who are running their own businesses, guys who are unemployed, looking for opportunities to get employment. Perfect. It's all in there. And then we've got the Amatama Sports and Recreation. That's why we talk
physical
sports,
health.
Sports and just fun.
Oh,
the physical health and all that can fall into sports, but it can also fall into personal. If you're going through cancer challenges,
or your totolos is not getting up.
So with these 3 groups, and I've got a group of administrators that administer the groups in terms of people who don't respect the group rules, we take them out. People who put things like porn in there, we take them out immediately. Because it does happen that you find those.
I left the fathers group for that reason, by the way.
Our father's group.
No, not yours. There was another one.
You'll tell me why you left ours. We'll get to that one.
No problem.
Yeah. So, and then on top of that, we meet every Monday evening between 8 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. online.
Okay.
And we deal with different topics. Like this past Monday, we were talking about mental health. And we brought in Dr. Nokanya Kanyile, who's a mental health advocate. And we spoke about mental health amongst Amachit. What was the issue amongst us with the inability for us to speak? Because we believe that men who talk heal. And so it was quite an interesting session. It was supposed to be an hour and a half. It went over to 2.5 hours because guys just had questions for her. And sometimes it's nice to talk to someone who's a professional to get advice. And a lot of guys were breaking down because they're saying, Guti, they're going through things that they can't explain.
Oh, I wish I was on that.
Yeah, it was hectic. But those Monday sessions, we don't record them. We don't record them at all. Because one meant to be able to be vulnerable, which is the biggest challenge most men face. So Amatama Men Cave is what we do, and we believe whatever happens in the men cave stays in the men cave. And we've produced quite a lot of shows that focus on different men at different points in their lives. Because we believe we need to meet each other at our point of need as men. And so I've got what we call Amatama on Parole, where we talk to men who are out on parole. So ngene danyani mina as well. I go into prisons and I talk to guys who are in prison. That's Amatama Behind Bars. And then I've got a show on SABC called Mzansi Ex-Offenders, where I talk to guys who are out, they're done with their parole, and we look at their life before, after, life before, during, and after prison. Because remember, when you get incarcerated, you don't just get incarcerated, we won. Your entire family gets incarcerated because you're a breadwinner. Your kids get incarcerated, your wife, your partner, your parents, whoever's dependent on you. And so there's that psychological disjoint that comes with that. So we talk to men around that. And then I've got like Tamala Kantwana, which is a father and son show that I co-host with my dad. And I talk to fathers and their sons and uncles and their nephews. And we're actually about to shoot season 2 of that show. Yeah, absolutely.
Too dope.
Yeah, so that's just a high-level summary of Amatama.
Where can people find these?
Amatama.org. That's where we're at. If you go to www.amatama.org, it'll lead you to our WhatsApp group. It'll lead you to our support group. And next week Tuesday, I don't know when this is going.
You guys on socials?
Yeah, on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, okay. Amatama_SA. And we're about to launch one of the biggest podcasts to actually hit Mzansi. We've just partnered with UJ.
Yes,
So what
I
I'm
saw
doing,
that. I saw
So
that.
what I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
is
yeah.
I'm having conversations with male students about campus life, the struggles that they face, anxiety on campus, depression on campus, financial struggles, relationships. Some of them are even fathers before they even graduate. How are they navigating parenthood when they are still boys?
Facts.
So we're releasing that one. It's called the UJ Men Cave podcast, and the idea there is for me to target as many universities as I can. I'm using UJ as a springboard because I know what it's like to be where they're at. The mistakes that we've made, they shouldn't be making the same mistakes. Sure. What's the point of us being AMAGENTS to them? AMAGENTS.
You've mentioned 6 things.
Yeah.
If I've named them correctly.
Yes.
And then you still do property?
Yes, real estate, Mzansi Cribs and Black Real Estate. So I've got a show called Mzansi Cribs Makeover, where we fix people's homes. Ordinary South Africans nominate. You can nominate your brother, a colleague who deserves a break in life, and we come in there. We look at the story. No, you can't nominate yourself, but you can nominate someone. But most people they nominate, they get to benefit. If you nominate a itamalako, relative, kitchenagini, but we look at the story, and we've done 3 seasons of the show with Mzansi Magic, and I'm about to launch Mzansi Business Makeover now. We look at businesses and we make over business, cheetah, and people in the townships and the rural areas, not just from a cosmetic point of view, but from a functionality point of view. You're running this business for 5 years, but you haven't scaled up. You're not making money because maybe your marketing is wrong. Maybe your pricing strategy is just not for the market you're trying to serve.
Yeah.
Maybe your legal documents don't actually serve. Maybe you're not even complying with SARS. That's why you can't even get grants. So we bring in a full turnkey solution in terms of how you should be running your business. And so I'm talking to brands, I'm talking to the Department of Economic Development to say, if you guys want to actually measure what you're doing, you got to be on the ground and show impact to these entrepreneurs. There's a lot of entrepreneurs like us, but they struggle because they don't have power, number one. The blackouts like us, there's never water. How am I supposed to operate a profitable business when I can't even get the basic services?
Car wash.
Imagine that.
Come on.
Imagine that. Yeah. So Mzansi Business Makeover is really designed to be on the ground. And everything that I do has to have social impact. Otherwise, I don't do it. I don't get involved in it.
You spoke offline about you create campaigns.
Yes.
Something along those lines of creating campaigns. Were you talking about within the real estate space?
No, within everything that I do. So, and I always try and explain to people, there's a huge difference between an influencer and someone who's influential. I'm not an influencer. I'm influential.
Yes.
And the big difference is that influencers depend on brands to give them work for them to influence on behalf of the brand.
That's true.
So you're wearing McDonald's right now. In fact, I don't want to say airtime for nothing. They can afford it. But for example, they would ask you to do a campaign with burgers, maybe with your sons, and they pay you your rate card. Now, an influential person like myself will go to McDonald's with a campaign around fathers and daughters and sons and ask them to come and partner with me. And there'll be a rate card to them to say, as a sponsor, we've got 3 tiers of sponsorship. You can come in as a headline sponsor, you can come in as an associate sponsor, or you can come in as a product sponsor. You choose. So that's influential work because it's still my concept. Like father, like son, the show that I've got with my dad. It's easy for me to go to McDonald's and say, I want to make cafe to become my drink of choice. So when we're having conversations, we've got branded coffee mugs and all of that. They get their brand placement. We get the money to be able to produce the shows. So there's always a commercial angle that I always focus on the stuff that I do. That's why I'm saying I'm influential.
Bro, you said 9 things. And on
I'm
top of that,
touches in your foot.
yeah, and you still also you're a full-time friend of Usomese, so that's 10 things.
That's like 15.
That is like an extra 10.
That's an extra 15 things.
Very unpredictable character, but
And then you're a timer. You're a
I'm
husband.
and
You're
I'm a son. And I'm a son as well. My parents are still alive. I'm fortunate.
How you?
I'm still fortunate that both my
I
parents are still alive.
It's a huge
blessings, brother, blessings.
At the age of 47, to still have both parents alive.
Nangaki?
47.
You look good, bro.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
That's dope.
1979, Jayam. And man graduated for Nakas.
Yeah, serious.
Mpuma graduation, man.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah, I was
Congrats.
doing some entrepreneurship thing with
Nice,
John's
nice.
Business School.
Congrats, bro.
That's Auckland Park.
Yeah, Auckland Park. So I was graduating for some entrepreneurship thing that I was doing because I always believe, Guti, you must always like have an open mind. I'm a scholar.
Yes.
I'm a scholar of life. You know?
sponge of life.
Oh, yeah, always open yourself up to what's out there. So I did this thing. In fact, I was supposed to send some of my team members to to go into this program. I was like, no, let me do it myself. Mbona, take off this CEO chairman hat and just be a student of life. And I'm glad I did it because I was graduating with young people. Some of them I'm doing business with them. Some of them I'm employing. It was just to open your network wider.
Do you know one of the things? This person does it perfectly. Jay-Z.
Yes.
Where he's always, or like a Kanye, they're always ready for the next wave.
Yes.
So they always like they connected to the 20-year-old, 21-year-old.
Yeah.
And
You
I think
have to.
Amakhotman Amaning, they see themselves, as you're saying, that CEO chairman.
Yeah.
Amakhotman.
Yeah. They're not relatable.
And they're not relatable,
Yeah,
and
they're
they
not
miss it.
relatable. Yeah, they miss
and now
it.
how do you continue that you've built? How do you manage all of these hats?
So, I believe that we all have 24 hours in a day. And so you gotta decide what you do with your 24 hours. And I always tell people, Guti, you gotta be able to measure the hours within your 24 hours. I mean, I'm able to tell you, Guti, every day my 24 hours is so. Even when there's turbulence and change of plans, you gotta have some sort of discipline in terms of routine of sorts. Yes, you gotta be agile. Things happen, life happens, things change. But there's certain things you shouldn't compromise. And the first thing that I don't compromise on is time for myself. So no family, no kids, no wife. And I do that between 5 and 7 in the morning.
Yo, your team 5 a.m.
Yeah. Actually, half 4 I'm up.
Sure.
Half 4 I'm up. I never miss the sunrise, irrespective of where I am in the world, unless it's raining.
Where do
of
you get
course.
this from?
Pardon?
Where do you get that from?
It's a culture I've kind of learned from appreciating nature.
Sure.
And just being out there and realizing the importance of seeing the sunrise. It's just an opportunity to realize another day because someone else didn't see the sunrise.
Facts.
And I also never missed the sunset, by the way, because it's just a reflection of, sure, I made it through the day, through all the obstacles, the load shedding, the road rage that you might have experienced. You still get to see the sunset.
Yeah.
And so I make it a point with noma nguphi awuthami, noma bangathi kune-party. If this started before the sunset, I would have just asked for just 2 minutes, just to go and observe the sunset. It's like some people meditate, some pray, use your own vice. But for me, seeing the sunrise and the sunset is kind of clocking in and clocking out.
Manje mama mayicela between 5 and 7 umbona after 7
Well, not really.
or you make exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, I mean, if Roya, but she also understands how important that is for me.
Oh,
You understand? So,
but as long as you can make
no, of course, you gotta.
concessions.
Remember, I said, Gucci, you gotta be agile.
Oh,
Nothing
yes.
is cast in stone. Gucci, manje, ngi robot.
Yeah.
You can't say robot.
Aibu.
Somebody was saying, you know,
Robot boy.
Yeah,
robot boy.
But
So-
that said, you gotta be able to account for your 24 hours. A lot of people, they just let the day go by. If I had to ask you now, Gucci, today, not even today, yesterday, are you able to account for the 24 hours from yesterday?
Not 100%.
Because we are in the hustle. We get caught up with the red race.
Yeah.
And we forget to just pause a bit and just, I always say to Machita, when last did you actually listen to your heartbeat? Just listen to your heartbeat. No phone, no nothing. Uzimamele nje ukuthi inhliziyo yakho isa function again. Because we are in such a rush, we don't even take a moment to appreciate where we are because we're trying to get to the next level. And I always say, you might not be anywhere close to where you'd like to be, but you're certainly far from where you used to be. And appreciate that. Just that ukuthi yazi, yo, I can't believe this is the same person last week. Benkala ukuthi angina next, but this week at least I've got something. So gonna something.
Yes. You know, one of the things that I've started implementing in my life. So I used to listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm driving.
Yeah.
Or like when I'm at gym. I'm teaching myself to have nothing.
That silence.
I don't know if that makes sense.
I know it very well.
Because in that silence, you always want to find something to stimulate you.
Yeah.
And it throws you off and it doesn't allow your brain to do this.
That's it.
Let me now process the day.
It's that
Let me
heartbeat.
see what-
It's that heartbeat
It's
concept.
a heartbeat concept. It's that sunrise, sunset
Yeah.
of let me drive for the next 30 minutes with no music, no radio, no podcast. Just those 30 minutes. I can listen to the thing later, whatever the case may be. Let me just be present in that space. And I've seen Wuti, oh my goodness, in that time, I actually get to work my 24 hours.
And you can think
I can
through
think
your
now.
thoughts.
And if I'm going somewhere, I can start, okay, now I'm starting to process.
Yes.
Whereas before, instead of doing that, I'd be listening to.
You are distracted. Actually, to answer your question, you're taking me, where did it come from then to hear sunrise
Sure.
and sunset? So 2014, I find myself hospitalized for 7 days. And what led to that was I was getting these constant headaches. I was still working no Mandla, no Tumi, Black Brain. I was a partner, Black Brain Pictures.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hectic.
Yeah, says Topla City says la. I was the
Mandla's
man.
not appreciated as much as he should, you know.
That guy. Mkhule nayo Mandla, by the way.
Mandla.
He's my childhood best friend.
Mandla
N. He's my childhood
Because
best friend.
stained glass is shooting the lights out, but Mandla fethu bakhona.
Mamela
Those
la.
are serious cheaters as well.
Mandla is the
Sorry,
he's a Tyler Perry.
production.
He's a Tyler Perry of Africa.
Can we give Mandla a shout out though?
He out here me.
He used to be in Gang of Instrumentals.
Yes, I used to manage them.
Khona mjitofana no Mayihlome.
I used to, yes, literally, by a fan. No, by a fan.
man.
Yeah, by a fan. Like spitting image. By a fan. And they both know it, by the way.
What's the ladies' jail show? That's the one top of mind.
Yes. Lockdown. Yes. So Umandla.
Is that his biggest show?
No, City Sesla is his biggest show.
What's his
And
biggest show?
In terms of
Bro.
narrative, Lockdown is number
Yes,
one.
no. Lockdown is number one in terms of narrative, but in terms of numbers, when we talk about viewership,
for sure.
City Sesla set us up, a lot of us up. So I was partners with them, like from childhood.
Sure.
When I used to work at Edgar's as a salesman, Bestola eat discount, staff discount.
Sure.
Whatever I used to buy for myself, I used to buy for Mandla because that's how
too
close
dope.
we were.
Yeah.
That's
So-
corruption.
No, it's
not.
brotherhood.
It's not corruption.
It's brotherhood.
He wasn't buying it for someone else who's going to pay him.
Yes.
He was
I
buying
always thought of
for
him.
umchita wakhe.
Yeah, I always.
So these are the ozabavalelana ngaphandle.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
but I'm
He wasn't buying cheap stock to sell to Mandla.
I was giving it to him as a brother.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Please carry on.
anyway, so I got hospitalized. So I was working at Black Brain.
Because of, you said headaches.
I was starting to have these headaches. Consulted with the GP, but gave me some medication. It didn't work. I then consulted with a brain specialist, a brain surgeon. They did brain scans on me. They couldn't find anything. And bro, it was I couldn't think properly. The pain was just
like a toothache.
worse.
Worse than a toothache.
Worse.
Jesus
bro.
Christ, that's scary.
Worse. Like even when you wink, it's painful.
Sure.
So you're even scared to wink because it affects the nerves, right?
Yeah, no, you had a problem.
And then someone said, you gotta do a lumbar puncture. I don't know if you know what a lumbar puncture is. So you gotta lie on your side, flat, and they have to stick this needle on your spine. You can't move. That thing is painful, bro. And when they did the lumbar puncture, they then discovered that I've got acute meningitis. That thing is deadly, by the way.
Shit,
It's airborne. You can get it. And so I was immediately hospitalized. Immediately. But Mfana, you are lucky we actually discovered this thing so early. In fact, my wife's cousin passed away because of meningitis. And so I was...
Meningitis, what is it? Swelling of the brain. What is meningitis?
the actual term, maybe
I'll
you can
look it up
Google
while you're
yeah.
chatting.
So when they discovered that, then I had to go into a treatment. And I was there for 7 days. It is those 7 days that forced me to kind of sit back and think about my life. Because you remember when you're hospitalized, yes, people come and go to visit you, but in most instances you are alone.
You're alone, yeah.
It's you and yourself. And
TV,
I'm like, you don't even watch anymore. You even get tired of reading because you are so alone. And that's why the concept of sunrise and sunset
Appreciating.
actually, because I was able to go out of that hospital exane in your shower more, and that's when I got to. And ever since I was released, so ngaba sharp after that, from 2014 I decided I'm not gonna miss the sunrise. Or the
There are
sunset.
people that used to worship the sun. And, I sat with she's a medical doctor, Dr. Buitumelo Petla.
Oh yes.
She's a vitamin D specialist now.
Yes, I know her.
So she manufactures and she sells vitamin D supplements. She also does testing.
Yeah.
But in that conversation, what was key was, ongamla bayagula.
Yeah.
We've been saying it for years. They pale and whatever. And it seems we've adopted their lifestyle in that we don't appreciate being out in nature, being out in the sun, and we miss out on the number one energy source in the world.
Yeah.
Like Sbuga Mapara and these guys, the reason they have strong immune systems and what was because they still get to be out there. Tina, air conditioned, indoors, it messes us up.
But that's why we enjoy golf, because you get to be out there, you get to enjoy the sun.
And hiking.
And hiking, absolutely.
Meningitis is an inflammation of the protective membranes surrounding the brain and spinal cord.
Yeah.
It is usually caused by a viral or bacterial infection. Bacterial meningitis is a medical emergency that requires immediate antibiotics, while viral meningitis is generally mild and often resolves on its own. But it's an inflammation, a swelling of the protective membranes surrounding the brain and the spinal cord. I'm remembering
That's why I was
my
in
nerves
so
or
much
what.
pain.
Yo, bro.
That's why I was in so much
It's
pain.
not-
Symptoms adults, severe headache, high fever, stiff neck, sensitivity to light and confusion. In infants, unusually high-pitched crying, irritability, poor feeding, extreme sleepiness, and a bulging soft spot.
Imagine you driving and now you're feeling dizzy and you're feeling confused
Yeah.
and you can't.
And about to go, there's nothing wrong with you. I mean, we've done brain scans. Like, you are fine. I'm like, I'm not
Respond
fine.
Luto, yeah.
I'm like, guys, I'm not fine. What do you mean I'm fine? So that lumbar puncture was the solution to my challenges. And in fact, the day I was admitted, my first night, they also had to admit my wife just to make sure
She hasn't been infected because it's contagious, you said.
So she was literally next door to me, sitting on your phone, next door, but I can't be close to her. And everyone that came to visit me had to wear a mask to come and visit me. And also, you know when you get hospitalized, it's a defining moment of who's really valuable in your life and who values you. Do you know that?
No,
Think about
I
it.
disagree.
Think about
I
it.
want to disagree.
Think about it.
disagree.
Look,
Please share your
so-
reasoning and then he'll share his disagreement.
So we are friends. We talk on a regular basis. We hang out together. We do a lot of things together. But the minute I get hospitalized, I don't hear from you. I don't see you. So it's a great test of where you are at with people. It is. Think about it. It's not about people visiting you. And ngiyabhayiseka life ini
And
then I
something
get
is serious.
hospitalized.
Like mhlawumbe angeke
Something-
sikubone kusasa.
Exactly.
But
And then
awukho.
you can't even call. I don't mean ukuthi uzwakale, but even
Just to
all the
check up,
time.
yeah.
I've learned to put people in certain brackets
Yes.
with life. There are people that, for whatever reason that is makes sense to them, won't be able to visit me or text me at hospital. But those very same people, mustn't say Jayden, I need bail money, 100,000, he'll make it happen. Or those same people that never text me at hospital and never must like figure the barbarians, 1,000 men to come and kill me. They'll be standing right next to me. So I've realized there's different people because I was hospitalized 2018
Organization.
with the kidneys when I was doing the 94.7.
Steroid. Eh?
How?
What
That's defamation. That's defamation.
You must have a character to defame first.
I like that.
Can't just throw words. Itipara, how can you say
Accusations. False accusations.
Kidneys. You were cycling in the 947.
Yeah.
And
I was
then
having
wakuleka.
tequila the whole thingy.
You were what?
Yeah.
No, stop. That's a teachable moment. What happened?
So
You were drinking while cycling.
it's a known thing.
Yes,
it's a known thing. It's
I
a
don't know
charity
This is
thing.
the third time speaking about this
Yes,
story.
thank you.
Maybe I wasn't here when you guys spoke.
so
I didn't
what
know.
you do is that one of
Ngazintwana
the boys-
sekhaya yaquleka, but I don't know why.
Okay.
Nangithi amapowder nokujima.
Okay, so anyway, so what you do is that you join a charity,
Yeah,
né?
yeah.
And then you guys get money for every kilometer you cycle.
Okay,
So
got
it was the third time I've done it.
Yeah.
So we don't normally train for it.
Yeah.
Because it's normally like guys that play rugby or
Oh,
very fit
okay.
Which
guys.
is
So
also
a charitable-
which is also a bad idea, by the way.
it's very bad.
You should train.
You had
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because playing rugby is 80 minutes in the
Yeah.
sun. If you're cycling untrained, you're going to be out in the sun for 5 hours.
Yeah, it's
And
a
in 2018, it was
high
like one of the-
intensity
it was-
type of thing.
This is in November. So you can just imagine that sun.
Yeah.
So what you do is that there's pit stops and you guys take pictures and they post it. Then you have a beer.
So you okay?
You have a beer.
While you're
Yeah.
cycling.
No. So you have to stop. So there's always
Yes, while you're cycling.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Yeah,
during
in
the
between.
route.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because you put a beer here in your bicycle, and you put beers.
Abo Rambo
and you
now,
put
eh?
two beers. You put two. So but you've done it.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
not.
so
it's,
stupid.
But it's not a new thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Still
know if that
a
makes
still a
sense.
stupid old thing.
It's the year and bazokuglisha abantu bazi. It's the year where the 94.7 got cut because it was too hot.
Okay.
Yeah, but so
Okay,
it
we
got
had a
cut.
we had a heat wave that
We had a heat
time.
wave.
Yeah.
So there's a heat
So-
wave in Europe right now, by the way. People have died. Yeah, I think there were 44 people in France or something. Sorry, just to deviate.
Easy.
Hottest temperatures in Europe. I don't know if it's ever, but yeah, it's bad.
We were in Japan on the hottest day that they've ever had in like 30 years.
Sure.
My man. My man.
How did you survive?
We're African.
We're African.
Yeah. That's what you can bank
Yeah,
on,
my
eh?
man. Your man. Khona abantu bakushisa bakwazi ukushisa.
Nevender's got nothing on it.
Oh, I know.
Yashisa lapha. Nevender, Toyando.
That's how we survive.
Tohoyando. Do you know what Tohoyando means, eh? Tohoyando.
What does it mean?
It's an elephant's head. Tohoyando.
Ndo is an elephant.
Yes.
Yeah, that place is barren.
Please correct
So
me.
when you
Please.
enter the main city,
There's
I think
that circle.
There's the circle with the 4 elephants.
Yeah.
The main Toyando. The main
Toyando. You've never been to
circle.
I
Toyando?
don't think I've been.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's boiling in that place.
I gosh, yes.
So if you're from Thohoyandou, then
No, I'm not from Thohoyandou.
No, I'm saying
No, I'm not from Thohoyandou. I'm not from Get it, June. I'm not from Thohoyandou.
Uzakawanisa na machita was a
No.
Which is 30 June.
I'm not from Thohoyandou.
He said it.
Amazulu uzophuma phi? Kuthiwa you're from Thohoyandou. Kuthiwa hamba baba. Asiyazi leyo ndawo.
Hey, I'll get a call right now.
Usinda ngo-MacG baba.
Yeah.
MacG.
Okay. But anyway, so I'm cycling, and then somewhere along the line, I just pass out.
Sure.
So the lesson is don't drink and cycle.
No, don't drink. Yeah, 100%. That should be the first lesson.
So you stop drinking?
Stop drinking. What do you mean? I stop drinking.
I'm asking you a
I stopped
question.
drinking and cycling.
Oh, okay.
Now you just drink.
Now you just drink without cycling.
No. Cycling is the reason why. It's not alcohol. Nothing wrong with alcohol.
The problem is the bicycle. That's the common thing.
Can we please get a beverage alcohol sponsor? What do
You-
you campaign?
You're making a point about being in hospital and how you categorize
So
people.
I passed out. That was the first time I ever had morphine. The best ever. If you want to be addicted to
Don't
something,
say that. Fuck that, man.
don't be addicted to morphine. So
Morphine is what caused wars, right? The opium wars
it was the first and the last time I was ever.
in China.
But it
It was morphine.
Because I was screaming. So by the time I woke
Opium.
up,
Sorry.
by the time I woke up, I was in an ambulance and I'm screaming.
Why? Because of the pain or?
Pain, bro. Like I look like an alien. Like my muscles were just muscling. Like I look like Brock Lesnar. I look like Ronnie Coleman. Ikhala dilang jova ngemorphine. Aba video call bonke lapha. Hey ninjani guys. Hey lalela.
Yeah, the
Nyantanda.
poppy plant
Nyantanda.
in China.
Yeah,
Opium.
Nyantanda.
There were wars like oil.
Yeah.
I mean, I said Joveni,
Hey.
so nyantanda. The people that came to visit me, one, I realized that they were available. They had the time to visit me.
Right.
You know, so it's almost like they were trying to, especially people that were like they were running their own businesses or unemployed or what the case may be. You realize, Guti, you're trying to build goodwill at this space where I'm most vulnerable, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But I know where to categorize you.
Yeah. Okay, I hear you.
There's many very close guys that I'm very close to this day. That if I were to even say, hey, bruh, WhatsApp or something, what's this? Why not? It doesn't even.
Let me try and audit and consolidate. So Titi was speak about Sabanto Pilisana now.
Yes.
No, I'm trying to help both of you, by the way, so we can reach common
But
ground.
there's people when they won't
I'm not arguing with you. That's one too much. I should have been like, who's this Bendela? Tequila.
Are you sure this is your brother?
So
Have you guys done a DNA test?
I already go shoot the humble ship league.
Come on. That's not right.
I take it back.
She adopted you because you were hungry on the street. She's got a good heart. Anyways, Utiti speak about Sabanto Pilsana like Tebza. Tebza hasn't seen you in 7 days. Or he's heard that you're in hospital and he's not even checking. Twana, Ukraine, what's going on? You'll speak about that. You're speaking about a situation where there's a valid reason why they didn't. So you can categorize, but it's a matter of, Twana, we only meet on Friday with Pooza. It's stupid for you to expect me to check up on you as Bedlela because astrangene on that relationship.
Yes.
So I think in that regard, you may sort of
that when I
agree.
send them a message on Monday, they only respond the following week on Monday.
Sure.
But I know, Guti, should they be better at communication? And
They would have come through.
they would have come through.
Yeah.
No, but
so it's circumstantial. The point is, as much as you categorize, it's circumstantial.
Yeah,
But
Because
I
it's
think,
Abantu Pilsana now. It's not
Debza wouldn't
business
do,
associates.
Debza wouldn't do that because he's
But-
bad on WhatsApp.
but what I'm saying is
You
that
wouldn't
me and there are
wouldn't
friends
check
that
up
are
on
very, very close, like proper friends. But I'm the emergency friend. I'm not the birthday wishes. I'm not with no. But
You guys are talking about two separate things.
no, but I'm saying the people that I'm speaking about, with close friends. I'll do.
No, you're
anything
agreeing
for
with
those people.
Penson. The categorization is a
okay,
thing.
sure,
We
sure.
agree. Abangani bokuphuza, abe bola, abe business, abe bamacheri. categories. But in terms of umuntu philisana
Uphila
naye,
naye, niphila
not
nonke.
checking up on you.
Like you,
for a reason.
you
Utiti
speak
is saying
on a daily
Yes,
basis.
sir.
So
You are every day.
Utiti is saying if you heard I was in hospital and you didn't check up, or
Yeah.
Utiti is saying then I'll realize, I thought Utebza was in this category, and I realize he's not.
And then you place people into those boxes. But what I've learned from that experience is to not have expectations of anybody. You shouldn't be having
I think you
expectations
should.
No, you shouldn't.
I have expectations.
But
You shouldn't.
how was it for you though?
You know the problem with having expectations. The challenge with having expectations is that you end up getting hurt.
That's
and
a fact.
I went through this when I started in real estate. For example, I expected all my friends to buy their homes from me. So if you're out to Ngibiza to housewarming yakho ngiyabuzwa ubuye kubani manje le data mfethu.
Ngikhona
No,
nini?
hamare kanjani. So it ended up hurting me.
Yes.
And I reached a point where I was like, I actually shouldn't have expectations of anybody. If you know what I'm doing in the line of work that I'm in, and you still don't come to me, that's okay. Life goes on. It does.
And we can still be friends.
We can still be friends because I've released you. Because I've also realized, Guti, you can't expect your friends to be your cheerleaders as well all the time. It's not possible. Not all your friends are going to support your podcast, by the way.
I wouldn't want them to.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you
Subscribe and you press subscribe.
Kanjani.
If they're not into watching this, why the fuck would they?
Just subscribe.
No, it's this thing of buy black. Come on, it's a black owned.
Yeah,
I don't drink this thing.
Subscribe.
Ngenkani mele-
Subscriber. Cost weight. I'm going to book.
Then that means you don't really want
active
to.
subscribers
No,
or
the
you
active
want
ones
just
will
a
be
numbers.
lost.
But-
Is it a numbers game?
No, I was just talking about my friend.
No, but
No,
we need to have a fair chat. I have some
I've got
expectation
expectation
in a sense of what I'm not saying drink the thing. But the little expectation, let's say imofire, like wawushama energy drink at all.
Okay.
Ibaye ugaye omunye umuntu.
Why?
At the least,
Why?
for me, there has to be some sort of benefit in our friendship. But if the benefit ukuthi sabshaya kuphela, then there's a benefit. But I don't believe in friendships where there's nothing that you and I are exchanging. Or
It's not a friendship.
yeah, then I
You guys are acquainted. You're not
Now, what do you
friends.
mean there's nothing we're not exchanging? Like, why are you friends? There's obviously something. But now you're asking for more.
No, but
And the more you want, I don't.
You guys were friends, but they just the taker.
yeah, obvious. You're right, like what you said.
No, the taker's okay. Look, some people are
disappointments.
takers.
Yeah.
Kids are definitely takers. These motherfuckers.
Yeah, but they
These
didn't
motherfuckers.
ask you to bring
Hey,
them.
Baba, take
Abakucelanga uthi umuntu wena uvaye.
Akunendaba ukuthi abakucelanga.
5 yakho.
Akunendaba ukuthi abakucelanga abami.
Hey, ngathenge
Okay, mabengacelanga bahamba belala ngaphandle.
ayabahamba.
Fuck that.
Abantwana mabahambe. Leyasika le.
Ayikho grand ne?
I mean, at the smallest things, but I do
So
expect them first
Usia
just
always
to
speaks
help.
about expectations. And in this context, Utiti is very right. Understand that people will disappoint you. Could be your wife, could be your kids, could be
Everybody.
your brother.
Everybody.
They could disappoint
Yeah.
you. But I think the idea of setting expectations is to hold them to a standard.
Absolutely.
Because if you say no expectations, Utebza comes out with a knife and stabs. To say, Utafet, I don't have any expectation. You're lying. You don't expect Utebza to stab.
My
you.
issues are uncommunicated
right.
expectations.
Uncommunicated is a problem.
Uncommunicated expectations, then it becomes a big problem. Because
But you must set some
I
type
send
of
you a
standard,
text,
man.
or I try and call you, hey Debs, I'm to asking like bedle, I'm to if I'm here till X, what if you have a gap, please can you come grab me?
Why must I come to you?
You're my boy, I love you and I miss you.
I hate hospitals. I know Arabi.
Okay, sharp. Uzoza noma ungeke uze.
Ngizokubona maso usendlini.
Yeah,
Perfect.
ngitshela
Sengiyazi
masubuye.
ke, now my expectations. are
Yes, yeah.
Now
The communication becomes
Now manage.
important because
People
the
don't
issue,
communicate.
the issue then becomes laws has this certain view about you. Even the other friends with a certain view. How you guys relate to one another is not the same.
He's like he's lighty. This is now going back like 2015 or whatever, or 2016. His lighty was turning 1.
Yeah.
This Ntanga is where he stays is not flight. You can't fly there. You have to drive 4 hours. And then he's grumpy. One saying cancellation. I didn't come to his lighty's
Yes.
1-year-old party.
Yes. And he's allowed to. He did the right thing. By the way, I write to friends like that.
Because he invited him and he accepted the invitation.
I don't know.
And it wasn't like that.
Why would you write more? I want to hear what would the reason be?
I actually appreciate when niggas tell me how I disappointed them. Because then I get to assess with bufunangi. I'm not even planning to do that in future. So I'm happy that we cut off the friendship now. But if I did something wrong, I get pissed off. I'm like, why didn't you say though? So I could explain to Fate, I can
Yeah.
to say I can't make it, but at least you're a contributor to the. But you still expect when I'm telling you I can't. That means we're not going to align on values.
Expectations I've learned over time, Guti. I get hurt less.
Yeah, rather
I
lower
don't,
them.
don't have expectations. You know, if you're gonna pitch, great. If you're not gonna pitch, I'm not gonna ask you why you didn't come.
This comes from pain, right?
It comes from pain because I've been hurt by Amachita a lot of times. You know when you're loyal to Amachita and you realize the loyalty is not mutual. And remember, I said earlier on, it's important to meet each other at our point of need.
100%.
Because you don't know what I'm going through at that particular time, and you don't know how I'm wired. Abanye bethu sihlangana maybe at varsity level, awazi ukuthi ngikhule kanjani and what I'm used to in terms of my value system. So the less expectations I have of you, I safeguard my heart. For me, ngilala kamnandi awuthemba. Yes,
This,
I have
this
expectations
can only
of my
come
family.
from pain.
Of course.
This is me and
It has
women,
to.
by the way. I have.
Of course. I'm not denying it. Yeah.
This I learnt in varsity.
Yeah.
Not learnt, but when I'm not with my woman, she's cheating. And as long as I'm comfortable with that, I have peace. As long as I'm not comfortable with that. No, they didn't cheat. I was listening to niggas. So we were at a common room at Cullen Balls at Rhodes. And I was listening to niggas talking about cheating. Them cheating. And I remember saying to them, if you're comfortable to cheat, expect that while you're on top of some chick, there's a gent on top of, and if you're not comfortable with that, stop cheating.
Aye.
Because then to are wrong.
Aye. If I'm going to a boxing match,
No, I'm not saying they
expect to
do.
win, I don't expect to. No.
No, you're gonna get upset. yes.
I don't.
You got
go
double
through all
standards.
that.
You got double standards. But it's going back to, let's not make about women because I'm just going back to my cheater to say, if nkross cheat, if you're crosser,
Yeah.
I have to expect that nam we are crosser or kono crosser. If in my head, iminu matali, mina crosser wonke umuntu,
Yeah.
but mina crossegi.
Yeah.
The day you get hurt,
Yeah.
you're
And it's
gonna
painful.
fuck out.
No, but Khotman, what I'm saying is that
Why don't you call me a man? I'm also older than you. Like Utiti.
give or take, 2-3 nyana.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but the Khotman lakho.
But
Boom.
no.
What's the age gap?
3 years.
Yeah, Khotman lakho.
Yeah, probably.
Even if it was a year.
Yeah.
Khotman lakho.
Yeah, but inhlonipha yikho la.
You know, 3 years. It's a long time. Even a year. Khotman lakho. It's just that Khotman lakho. You know what? Let me tell you something. No. Let me tell you something, and he might never admit it to you. It's his love language
What's my love language?
to you.
What do you mean?
Him, the way he addresses you, the way he comes for you, or he comes at you, it's his love language.
You don't want to hug me earlier when I came to
It's my hate language.
My brother,
You don't know how to-
itamalami liqala ukungitshela ukuthi la ngincanywa when I was 40.
Ngincanywa or love?
Love, to say I love you on air. This was 2024. Ngeshow yethu. I called him out. I said, bro, do you know that you've no, azangikhali.
No, off camera.
No, azangikhali.
Sure,
I'll tell me,
100%.
do you know that I know you love me, but awukazungitshela ukuthi angincanywa, like I love you. And he was uncomfortable.
Can we please stop there? This is actually such an important point for me.
Yeah.
Were you expecting him to tell you that he loves you?
I want him to tell me.
Why?
Itamalami.
That's the only reason.
He's my dad.
Do you think he was ever taught that fathers?
No, he wasn't, and I know this because the fact that I raised it gave me an opportunity to explain to me Uti why, because of how he was raised by his father, my grandfather.
Sure.
And so you got to also understand again, meet people at their point of need, right? And so I expected my dad to tell me that he loves me, but he can't because he doesn't know. Like he's got no point of reference.
What was your reference? Why did you want to be told you are loved?
Because I tell my daughters, I
No,
love
that's
them.
you and your daughter. I'm saying,
Okay.
where did you learn it?
Oh, what do you mean?
So your father wasn't taught.
No, he wasn't taught. But
Who
actually,
taught you if it wasn't your father?
I saw how he's affirming my daughters, his grandkids.
Okay.
I love you, my baby. I love you. And I'm like, yo, bro, I never got this.
But that was later.
Yes, this was 20.
But I'm saying
2 years ago.
he was older, living in a different time.
Yes, he only told me 2 years ago.
He thought maybe it was late.
No, man, I'm 47. So he told me when I was 45.
No, I hear you.
So that's
Sorry.
what I'm saying. Uti, the
Very
only,
good enough.
No, I need to raise
Yeah,
this
it's
because
3 years,
this
so
is
that's
so
50
important,
hotel.
man. It's important for our generation and the last generation. We need to give our parents a lot of grace because there's a lot of things they were not taught. There's a different culture.
I agree.
So we come from a space where we watch TVs and movies and we live in a white world where you take your daughter out for ice cream and you teach your boy how to ride a
completely
bicycle
agree with
and a lot of the people in our generation who are going to therapy because they've got daddy issues, mommy issues, dad wasn't present.
Yeah.
I don't think my father loved me. they've never taken time out to actually go and study the history of their parents and the time. Because ungathola ukuthi itime lakho in his head, based on how he was raised, was giving you so much love.
Provision was love for him.
As an example, provision
Yes.
could be love.
Yes.
And you're like, but you've never hugged me.
Yes.
And it's like, but uyakhumbula njalo mangiqeda ukudla ngangikusheli inkukhu. Who the fuck cares about inkukhu? You're like,
but that's a
I
love
don't think you
language.
understand, bro.
Because he didn't
It's a love language.
He didn't get the cook. He
that's
didn't
what-
get the cook.
that's what I was
And he
explaining to
yearned
you
for a cook and he didn't get it.
About his love for you.
No, he's a jerk.
I don't have
No,
love
it's
for
not a
this.
joke.
Fuck, motherfucker.
It's okay. It's your testosterone dealing with you. You guys are brothers. You guys love each other.
That is still
and it's
out.
beautiful. It's beautiful to
funa
watch.
sithanda
Because-
ngenkani.
So when I see don't say hard, like it's a sad thing. I don't.
It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing.
My point has been proved. Thank you. Point proven.
Shame, you didn't have a problem.
Yes. Bitches. Bitch ass niggas. No, but it's important because if we don't talk about it, then our sons run the risk of actually continuing with the cycle.
Our sons are gonna hate us.
100%.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be this lack of understanding of the dynamics, because for various reasons, including not being present.
Yeah.
And I've posted this on social media and I got attacked. No, I didn't get attacked. It was
You
Naves.
get attacked all the time.
I get attacked all the time.
How do
Naves
you
was sitting
cope?
here. I'm blood washed. I'm
It's-
following in the
it's-
footsteps
it's-
of JC.
It's normal, but when he's alone, you don't know what.
We
goes
get
on.
attacked because of him.
Straight bullets.
You said about prison.
I
You said about prison.
Batata, boy.
We are all in prison. Now I'm Scarface.
And then I have allowed
I'm
no,
the bad guy.
The world is yours. Do I have?
Have you seen him cry?
Uba.
I've cried on videos as well.
He's an emotional
What
bugger.
makes you cry?
Anything. Yeah, the chips, if they taste delicious. it'll-
Puppies.
Oh.
Unaves was sitting here.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to reference Ulebo, man, but there was a clip of ours that went viral because he doesn't know his father, I believe.
Oh yes.
And I was asking him about it. He was like, "I fuck that guy, whatever." And one of the things I said was, it's important for men, of course, where they can, to try and reach out to their children, even if they're older. But Nati, as we get older, if you don't know the story, go reach out. Not for him, for you, for your mental health and your story, to piece together, so that when your light is busy drinking uchwala on a fucking cycle, hey, Ubaba umncane wakho was a piece of shit. Don't do this thing. But if you've never, if you don't even want to try and do that, I'm like, I think there's konto igeja, and I find in our generation, we're so angry and we think we're so educated and exposed, and but we don't want to offer the generation before us that grace of abaz. They don't know therapy,
The context in which they
and
work.
daddy issues.
true.
The fact that
but they had daddy issues.
Babes shy so hard, not because of us.
But I mean, I'm saying they had daddy issues within that context. For example, let's talk about the piece of chicken that they left. They were yearning for Itama to leave a piece of chicken.
And now they're doing that.
They might not have ever gotten that. And now
I'm saying
they're doing that.
when you get
And
older,
then
fair
we miss
to
it.
step out of your comfort. So grace is one thing.
Yeah.
Outside of grace is just go and do a bit of research and be sensitive to. There are things they won't tell you that your mom was your mom was a hoe.
Whose mom?
Your mother.
Oh, genuinely.
Like your dad may not tell you that. They may, when you ask him why were you not around, he might give you a story.
He might shield that
Sure.
to protect her, by the way.
It could be her. It could
And
be
your
him.
guys' relationship as well.
Yeah.
My point is just as part of the cycle, and I appreciate that you're working with your father,
Yeah.
and you're working with your kids so that it's
Yeah.
it's moving in both directions.
Yeah.
People try too hard to try and overcompensate with their kids, and they don't fix here.
Yeah.
And you might find there'll be missing links here where your kids hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were too busy with timer and being on TV, and fuck you, and you think you're like, guys, I was fucking shooting the lights out. I'm a god, and they're like, your
you're nothing.
granddad is better than you.
Yeah.
Why? Because he leaves me a piece of chicken.
Yeah.
You're not even around.
Yeah.
You do Uber Eats,
Yeah.
and you're like, guys, I don't understand because you missed it.
You're right. You know what you're saying
You
is
know?
so critical. If you think about Amatama Wait, you must understand what these men had to go through the reality of going to work, reporting to a young white boy who treats him like shit,
Calls
and
him
then
boy.
having to come back home and being the tiger. Imagine just that psychological.
After you've been torn down the whole
Yeah,
time.
intwana ngikutshela amasimba the whole day Spanish ngikutshela the way you useless ngakhona intwana man intwana
boy,
and then you
call
still
me.
have you so on your way back home use taxi use busini you are thinking about the shit that this boy has been telling you and you kind of have to switch
You have to decompress.
when you get home.
Yeah.
But guess what? You don't switch. You take that out on your kids. You take it out
And
on
your
your
woman.
wife.
You bleed on those that didn't
You
cut you.
Thank you.
Uyaphuza.
Yeah. You're Puza.
Yeah.
You become
but when
unruly.
you try to-
You have to go past the tavern before freaking cleaning.
Sure.
And so when we have these conversations with I'm a Grootman Tina for in my case like 70-year-olds and 75-year-olds.
Oh, my time.
I'm a timer.
I'm
We're
cool,
trying to
basically.
understand.
Omkhulu.
We're trying to understand from them. Okay, so how do we create a safe space for us to relate to you guys so that we can sekhabule from Nina and hopefully sekhabulele laba behind us.
How do we create a safe space for you?
Yeah.
Not us feel so venta.
No, for them.
Just for you guys to
just talking
feel
about the safe
comfortable
space,
to
you-
chat.
You had said something, Wuti, you guys do this Monday
Yeah, man cave.
man cave.
Yeah.
And we have this narrative, Wuti, men must speak. Almost like the guy who's going through it, the guy who's depressed, the guy who's anxious, the guy who's stuck. It's almost like now we're asking for that guy. Kuluma, bra. Kuluma, babe.
We don't do it.
We don't create a space.
Safe space. Yeah.
Because again, you know, Umchita who's going through the challenges of life and he's stuck. Let's say Light is 28 and he's stuck. You say Kulum, he doesn't know what to say.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to articulate his emotions.
Yeah.
But the fact that you guys create that safe space, I want to go back with our kids.
Yeah.
My child said something. It hurt me, but then I tried a little.
What hurt you?
What he said. So they play cricket on Wednesdays. This was back in cricket season. Yeah, one. And he was like, Ndanga, you don't come watch me play cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah, one. You don't watch me play cricket. But his eldest brother, I always watch him.
Yeah.
Plays basketball.
Yeah.
And I go, Chief, basketball is on a Saturday. Cricket is on a Wednesday. You guys, the first ball is at 1:00. I'm at Spans, bro. I'm trying to put things together. Yeah, one. I'm trying to do those things. Saturday is I'm lacquers. And he says, yeah, but the other timers are there. Yeah, but a context, because we don't understand. We in our mind, we pouring everything that we can, and we're hoping that our kids understand it. Your child grows up, becomes a vegan, hates you because you used to give him a mile hot dog rolls.
roll. Yeah.
How dare you didn't get my consent? And you're like, bro, I was trying to do the best that I could. But if you're not
You're
understanding
an
that-
animal murderer.
you're an animal.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah.
You're a murderer.
And you eat flesh.
How
Sis.
dare you? The context is so important, and as Lungalo said, the closing the loop so that at that young age they get to see it, so that when they do hate you, and they will hate you,
This is why presence is everything.
No,
Sorry.
it's you,
Presence.
yeah, like your kids need
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
So there's you can only teach so much. Then your kids will see things you don't see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you're always drinking, Dad. What do you mean? Because it is something you've never fucking thought of.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because of that guy that was shouting at you. You're like, no, it's
maybe
not. Hey, because the other day when he wasn't at work because he was sick, you didn't go drink. No, it was in
Yeah, you're
and-
making excuses.
Yeah, so there are things that kids can only learn. Why does my father swear? It's because he listens to hip hop. Why does my dad do this? Why does he eat your poverty food, masonja? What poverty? Then you're like, oh,
Amasonja.
it's because he grew up in Tembisa. Mupani worms.
Nice.
Oh, it's because they come from dirt. This is why Uncle Penwell eats lasagna, because he comes from. Where's my parmesan? Where's my parmesan and my peppers?
No, but what you're saying is I agree with it. And I think it all boils down to what kind of conversations are you having with your kids, right? So you made an example about how you support your boy basketball because it's on a Saturday. And this one was a span. So I mean, what I do, and I mean, there's no blueprint because we are all navigating
no
this
blueprint.
fatherhood thing. So I mean, what I do is at the end of every month, like now we're about to go to the end of June. So towards the end of June, the last weekend, I sit with them. They must tell me what their schedule is like for July. I schedule all the activities into my schedule, and I'll show them my schedule to say, I'm traveling on this day, I can't come. So up front, there's no disappointment. You manage that.
Yeah.
Managing
Why can't we
expectations,
do
yeah.
that? Because Tina, we always we always treat activities around our kids as a last minute option because I'm hustling.
So by the way,
what do you do? I'll give you one, and this is where I think I messed up. And I messed up for a while, and now I'm trying to fix it, but it already feels a little bit too late. Where throughout the day, so you know that you couldn't go to whatever event that they had.
Yeah.
Because it's at a Tuesday at 11 o'clock.
And you communicated that
Same.
ahead of time.
Ahead of time.
Yeah.
So they know. They're not
Yeah.
expecting you. But things open up. People cancel those meetings. Whatnot. So you actually do have a gap at 11 o'clock in the morning to go to that event.
Yeah.
And then you go.
Yes.
So now you go there, you see that surprise on their face. Ne?
Yeah.
You've now started a new thing.
No, it's a conversation
With,
again.
with the child, but your processing and your understanding versus 6-year-olds processing and understanding is
You can just do your best.
Mara ngithi
That's
amtshela
it.
though.
But again, it's a
Yeah,
conversation.
it
Remember that the problem is that
Because now they're
Tina,
going to be doing like this.
we forget how smart our kids are. We must give them the credit.
Those of us with smart kids.
I just think
there's a child of mine that I'm not too sure.
No, I just think their level of curiosity makes them smart.
If they have curiosity, yes.
Most kids are curious. Most kids are curious, bro.
Please keep it going, sir. I actually wanted to
Are you
mention...
telling me some kids are not curious?
I wanted to ask if you're aware that you are like a 1% father globally. This thing that you just mentioned, the example, I sit with them end of the month to schedule. That's a 1%, if not a 0.1%. I wonder if you're aware of that.
Well, I would hope that Amachita are doing that.
Zero.
because
Next.
It's an important conversation, especially
I
when
don't
it comes,
do it. I don't think he does it.
especially when it comes
They don't
to
do it.
finances. I talk to my kids about finances.
Easy.
It's very important.
Easy.
So did you hear what Titi said?
No, you said you don't think we do it.
So Titi says at the end of the month, he sits with his kids and he asks them for the monthly schedule.
Yes.
And then he schedules it into his diary.
Okay.
You're my brother. I hope. I know you, sir. Therefore, I speak with a level of authority.
I'm going to my Google calendars right now.
Fuck your Google calendars.
I don't speak about.
Sorry. He's going to tell me about the school diary and who has school any.
We plug it in.
Let me start again. Stop with your fucking tomato sauce chips. TT says he sits with his kids.
I don't know my father.
Sorry?
Huh?
Oh, thank you. Case closed. Please carry on, sir.
You too. No, but it's an important conversation to have. So I was saying as well, Guti, even with finances, sit them down, tell them
How old are the
you
kids
at.
we speak about? You don't have to mention yours, but just the age ranges.
So we're talking 11-year-old and a 14-year-old. In fact, I wrote a menstrual book with my kids.
PMS.
My PMS diary.
My PMS
It's
diary.
the first dad and daughter menstrual book in the world.
Claps.
The world.
Dope.
Very dope. Very dope. It's
You
a
are fucking strong,
it's
bro.
a book and a diary.
Yes.
Yeah, so they get to journal their feelings and it's doing very well because we've realized that parents don't have a formula of having that conversation of periods with the girl child. Yes,
Dads in
no, even moms. Even moms, by the way. Even moms, in as much as they're also girls, it's not an easy conversation to have. But more
is
so,
weird.
Which is
It is
weird.
very weird. How?
Which is weird. But I've had a lot of moms tell me that this book is helping them.
I've spoken to a lot of
culturally,
young girls, by the way.
Remember, you guys are talking from a point of privilege. Think about that mom, Komachai.
No, he's being from a point of privilege. Sorry, him.
Toyando.
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 Yes.
Toyando.
Yes. So it's one facet to focus on the mom and the daughter relationship, which is fine, but it's even worse with dads because remember, Tina, it's cool. Go speak to your grandmother, man. Go to your aunt. Now, when you talk to men about menstruation, they cringe. So, I want to drive to educate men about menstruation.
Can I tell my personal story?
Yeah.
So I want to give a shout out to this lady, man. Uvuyelo Mdlalose. She wrote, it's called Dear Hair,
Yeah.
with her kids, black kids living in Europe. So the concept of their hair being different to other people, they wrote a book. And I just wanted to say, I wonder if this is a plug for parents that can, to say, write a book with your kids. It opens up a gateway for a project that you guys are doing together, which may benefit for the future. My firstborn daughter started her period this year.
Right.
I'm taking liberties. Luckily, I'm not mentioning her name or
how old is
anything.
she?
13.
13, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she started her period this year, and a few years ago I started intentionally with her and her older brother to make sure that they both are aware of what's going on.
How did you start? How was the conversation?
So
It's so easy how they told him. It was such an easy thing.
when they were when they were much younger, I explored homeschooling.
Yeah.
So part of homeschooling for me was doing full round education.
Yeah.
part of it being biology and your body.
Yeah.
Where do you come from? Let's talk about it. People have sex, children are born like this.
Yeah.
So the understanding and the agency over your body is like an entire thing that I started much earlier. So
Shout
then
out
I had
to
to
you.
explain. Thank you. So I had to explain my boy's going to change like this. My daughter's going to change like this. And I wanted her to know, to be honest, we speak about umemulo today.
Yeah.
As Otaki.
Yeah.
There should be a huge celebration when a girl starts a
Absolutely.
period. A huge.
Absolutely.
Because it's a gateway. It's a bar mitzvah. It's a gateway
It
to
is.
womanhood.
Yeah. It
That's
is.
biological. We're not saying we have kids, but we're saying your body is now
say
your body is now like the eggs are being released.
Developing. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're becoming a woman now.
So I had this chat with her. My daughter was video calling me with her brother, and she was speaking about, I started my what because I'd been saying to her, and I told her as well, speak to your mom, watch these videos, speak to your friends. She was like, I've been doing that. And then her brother as well, I'm like, you need to know this because you're gonna need to be supportive in the moods and
Love
the
that.
what. So that's my personal story.
Yeah.
Just to add on to how important just this exercise is to say we can speak moms, we need men, your daughters, because you're gonna have a daughter, but even your own woman, your wife, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you know what this thing is? Lentotu, it's disgusting and she's bleeding. You don't even
Thank you.
fucking know
You call it mood
what
swings
it is.
to know the effect. So I started having a conversation with my daughters as early as when they were 7 around periods. So I used to
Why
buy-
was it you and not their mom? Sorry.
because I was intentional about it.
Okay, no problem.
So my kids and I have got this thing called the Mbha Commitment Mondays, #MCM. So every Monday,
Hey, you're doing a lot.
no, you just gotta just do what you can.
You're intentional, okay.
Yeah. And so every Monday morning we do a video before I drop them off at school where we commit to something for that week.
MCM.
Yeah,
Bar
Mbha Commitment Mondays. Yeah. So we each commit to something. So I will say, what are you committing to today? So they'll say, I'm committing to focusing on my grades this week. Or I'm committing to be nicer at school this week, to be kinder. It doesn't have to be big things. We do it every Monday. And then we encourage other followers to do the same and commit. Just commit to something every week. And through these commitment Mondays, the topic around periods came up. And I thought, Jesus, what an opportunity it is for me to learn more about menstruation with them. And then we started journeying through this conversation, doing research together. And then one day I was like, guys, I think we should write a book because there's a lot of girls out there that don't have fathers like I am to you or parents that talk about these things. Don't you think it would be great if we just wrote a simple book of this girl called Palesa who's going through this journey
Penson's
of periods?
favorite name.
Yeah, hey,
Palesa.
ngithanda kabi Palesa.
Oh, loves Palesa.
Dude, every example he makes says Palesa.
Why?
I don't know.
trauma,
Bakuloyi.
maybe.
Hayibo guys.
Palesa. Wakhetha.
Phela khona uPalesa.
Khona bafika lapho
And
Palesa.
uPalesa bahle. Yo, angazi umuntu uPalesa umuntu.
Mina guys mina ngibazi uPalesa. UPalesa ngimaziyo emhlabeni.
Awufunda na Newcastle Senior?
Eh?
Sorry.
Lo nje ngiyangihate. Ayangiyanga. Yabona no? Ayangiyanga.
Uthi ungicaba uPalesa bro. Unamanga boy.
He's lying. He actually referenced it, I think, 2 episodes ago. He actually referenced 2 episodes ago.
Awuqaliwe le day.
Ukhetha uPalesa.
Azange ngithi.
Oh,
No, zange.
wena wayetha yena.
Awu no.
Wethe wena my boy.
No.
Nayethana.
Akekho hethe umuntu.
Why he hits? Just
Why
hypothetically.
hate nje?
Hypothetically.
Beke mhlophe ne?
Yes.
uPalesa vele bamasipa.
Yes,
uPalesa.
Beke nephondo.
Ayi.
Hayibo guys.
Beke shanga
You
phondo.
know Palesa umbali?
Hey, angazi lutho ngayo.
No, I'm asking.
No.
No, I'm asking.
I do not know.
Oh.
So
Palesa is umbali, sorry.
Yes, Palesa is a
Just
flower.
some
ne?
education, yeah.
Okay.
It's a flower.
Ipalisa ngambona futhi ejimini.
Okay, all right. Palesa
Yamthanda
umamazi.
uPalesa, ne?
Hypothetically.
Wena nomsipala kodwa ngopalesa.
Hypothetically.
Sisi, ngicela nje tingabalaleli
A
abantu.
friend of mine was telling me about Palesa at the gym.
Ujima naye?
No. Jima.
Chima
Light
sonke.
Jima.
And ngiyabona uyajima.
Ah la ijimi yonke yakhe.
Wena uPalesa lapha.
No, but to Palisa.
uPalesa beke ngekho ayabuyela akangena ukugena. Akaqedelela amasethu akhe.
Just my soulmate.
Okay, fuck it, sorry. Palesa and the story.
No.
MCM.
So the book is really about this 13-year-old.
Who's it pitched for?
The book is pitched obviously for the girl child, but it's actually a greater conversation with the family.
At what age is it pitched? At like 12, 13, 14?
From as
that
early
bracket?
as 7.
Okay.
From as early as 7, I'd say up to even 14. So the nice thing about this is that I've got a 14-year-old daughter, my firstborn. When she started her period last year, December, she was still 13. She came to me. She didn't go to the mom.
Oh, wow.
it was the
I
most,
hate that, by the way, but it's a beautiful moment.
it was a beautiful moment for me because I had conversations with her and I gave her the option to go to any of us.
Sure.
By the way, she chose to come to me for whatever reason, and for me, it created such a safe space that she can come to me. Even now, she can just say to me, "Dad, when you come back, please can you bring me my."
Did you speak to your wife about it?
Yes, it started with
Was she hurt?
no.
Are you sure?
No, she wasn't, because the original conversation started with me and my wife to say, I'm gonna push this thing with the girls. Are you okay with it?
Sure.
She was like, yes, I actually want you to do it.
Okay.
Because now you'll be encouraging other
Getting
men.
that buy-in is good. It could have
Very,
caused
you
problems.
have to-
Because you tell
because-
your daughter,
Yay,
say,
yay.
"Ungamtsheli umama ukuthi utshele mina."
Yay.
Hambe kuye,
Kala.
uyomtshela, "Mom,
Yes.
guess what happened?"
Yeah, no.
Go tell your dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I think my wife was happy that at least she's got another avenue in case she's not there. Because I always ask Amachita, so gents, if you're not having conversations with your girl child about periods, what's going to happen that day when she starts her periods and there's just the two of you in the house and your battery phone is dead?
What was the answer? Were
They
they
can't
honest?
answer me. They can't answer
They
me.
can answer and be like, "No, I'll call someone."
The battery is dead. That's why I make that analogy.
They'll go next door. But no.
But you see, in reality,
Bomthatha bamrephe baye naye itolo bathi ngicela ungisize angazi kwenzakalani.
I've never received a response. But what I get from Amachita after talking to him is that, Mfana, thank you for that. I actually am going to start having these conversations. And I actually even encourage them to have conversations with the boy child. And then they start frowning when I say
Yeah,
that.
why?
And I'm like, but you forget that I've got a daughter. And if my daughter goes to school and starts her periods, your son is going to make fun of her.
Yes,
And
fact.
my daughter's going to now be scared to go to school because there's this boy. Then there's a problem between me and you as fathers to say, your son is bullying my son. So, my daughter. So have the conversation with the boy child so that he can be the gentleman that he needs to be
100%.
at that point of need. Remember, again, we got to meet each other at our point of need.
The crazy thing, because I'm looking at my life, and I always call her my baby sister, but she's a grown-ass woman. But there's little things, because you spoke about something small, as if when and your daughter, you're not there, your phone is dead, whatever the case may be. You know, like wiping from front to back, as an example, when you got a girl child.
Yeah.
Is something that us men never comprehend.
Yeah.
You know, it's not anything.
Yeah.
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 Why front to back, back to front?
So what a pumpy.
As umchita, it doesn't matter.
And I brought it up endlessly because I was changing in up game. And in up game, I'm just grabbing this because it's a boy. So I'm grabbing his leg.
Man, what do you mean it doesn't matter?
Zwan. No. Because I can go from
Sorry.
back.
The concept of front to back for girls is for infection because of the vagina.
Yes, 100%.
I'm saying tennis namasende.
Yes.
So
let's send the lady there.
as long as we clean.
Okay.
And I'm cleaning my
That's how Tony underweek when it's calm.
Strong. Dad, you said it doesn't matter. You said it doesn't matter, Dad, as long as a child.
Could be worse. Do my best. And I'm wiping my boy, and I'm going, that's crazy. I remember wiping my sister, and I remember Ioleti saying, hey,
Yeah, you
when
gotta-
it's
You don't just wipe, yeah.
You don't just
Yeah.
because wipe like this.
Yeah.
And that sat with me. And again, I was young. I was like 10, whatever the case may be.
Shit,
11.
by the way, I'm starting to clean. No, I'm starting. I clean my one boy's foreskin. Now, sorry, just on the sensitivity of cleaning girls.
Yeah.
Neintwana.
Yes.
You've never cleaned.
I've never cleaned foreskin. I don't know how
Hectic.
to clean
Okay.
foreskin.
So yeah, cleaning foreskin is another sensitive.
I got the
Shandis.
chop before I remember.
Yeah.
All four of my boys.
Sorry.
So when are you
Please
chopping
carry
it?
on. No, we don't do those things.
Okay.
We don't do those things. Number one, I'm not Zulu. Number two, I'm not part of the cultural groups that do Intaba.
Okay.
But two of my boys are circumcised, two are not. And I won't lie, I'm conflicted on whether to circumcise or not.
Can I tell you why I circumcise? So they can just look like that. That's it. I don't like.
Huh?
I want to look like that. Like when my
No, pause right there. Why are they seeing your penis?
Because I part with my kids. Well, I
You
don't
part
get
with
to-
them naked.
Yeah.
You can't just sleep both.
I don't know.
Clothes on.
I don't think I
I've been
approve of
rejected.
that.
My two eldest, they cut me off.
I don't
but
think
I
I
part
approve.
with my 5-year-old, my 6-year-old,
Yeah.
and the one that's one. It's
What's
so
wrong- what's
I
wrong
love
with
it. Because they want to shower.
What's wrong with that? What's your point
So I
of
can't-
contention
I
with
can't
that?
part with my son.
No.
I don't think you should be naked around your kids.
At what age? From
As far as you can.
No.
so let's say
no,
maybe what
That's just
from
a
2
me thing.
Yale.
No. No.
So there are no kids here, right? I'd want to preserve my privacy in front of you guys. Must you come at a urinal? I can only do so much. There's a shower there saying like I don't think I approve. And in my head, psychologically, I don't get the benefits of being naked in front of your kids. So I'm trying to understand the bathing. What am I lying?
My sister said, I'll never forget this day. I'll never forget this day. My sister said, and she wrote me and I wasn't to blame. Someone was to blame.
The disclaimer.
Then she's tired of her brothers being naked around the house. That's what my sister said.
And he's one of them.
I'm not a nudist.
I was on the towel vibe. Someone used to.
Dangle his carrot.
I've never done that, ever. Even with guys I played rugby with. You can ask anyone in my life. I'm not a naked guy.
You saw my receipts.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm the gym guy
Everyone is
who
lying
under. With the rugby guys, I always have underpants on.
Don't even at the gym, such a weird thing, man.
Why are we out naked?
Geza.
I think it's
So when you
dirty, man.
because PVT mess with Jan.
Where?
What at the gym?
Where?
Me at the gym.
I'd go in with the under, and then,
And then
if
I
there's a
put it
place
at
to
the
hang,
top
you
there,
hang,
yeah.
geze,
Yeah, then you-
ngigqoke, mse.
Oh, you're talking
Or
about
ithawula.
No, amanye amachita
But Zwan, but it's all and then it's a call. Angekugcoba.
Phambi kwamachita.
PVT again.
Why ngigqoka phambi kwamachita?
Uzogcoba phi?
If I understand, I'm Willie Beeman. So ngivele ngikhiphe ishadis.
Usekhona
Ngibe ngigqoba nje.
Usekhona la.
Ngibe ngishaya amasende la.
Usekhona la.
They do it a bit.
Manje man,
Usekhona la.
ukhipha indunu manje ubizwa.
Mani wenze njani? Man.
Yabuza.
So ususukile emashawini. Ugqoka ithawula.
Indunu ila kwamachita.
Usafa ugcobe man.
But here's what I'm trying to figure out. Ufakile under.
No, ukezile.
Sharp.
Wasula.
Yeah.
Phakathi kuleya shower.
Now you're going back to the
No,
to
but
the
you
locker
guys
side.
understand. Mina when I used to gym mina.
Yeah.
I-PVT yama eklo tlhapa. Ke
Yeah.
va ke tshwere i-PVT. Ke
Yeah.
a hega mo dimo. Ke
Yeah.
a tlhapa.
Yeah.
Ek fetsa ke a apara same time.
Ngcolile.
Then no, I've got another one.
Ngcolile.
again.
Yes. Oh, a new a
I
fresh
have
one.
another one. Mara ore ke tswa ka marete mo gymming.
Why ngcolile? I'm sorry. Why ngcolile?
No, I didn't know that he had another one.
No, but why ngcolile? I'm asking just
Because you're gymming.
with it on.
Ah man, khotla leyo man.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever you were wearing.
Khotla leyo.
tight.
Now so
Okay,
yaga
it's
cool.
sweaty
Ah
because you were
man,
training.
pumaram.
You sweat.
Anyways, this was about kids, man. I
When I leave the fucking
don't-
shower, I fucking go and my balls are doing this, yeah.
just the balls, because the other thing, no, not the
My ball is
Tony.
hitting on my knees.
Yeah, I've seen you naked.
Yeah,
it's
you-
only
on my
it's only the
knees.
balls.
Yeah,
It's only the balls.
Yeah, the other thing,
on my
the
knees.
other thing is holding on to the balls for dear life while they busy swinging.
It's hanging.
So that privilege of having a mother that was guiding me with my sister.
Yeah.
In that sensitive space, because I'm 10, I'm 11,
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn. Those things stuck with me.
Yeah.
But
cognitive.
To a point where I was like, one day when I have daughters, and I know
Yeah.
a lot of men don't know that.
Yeah, they don't.
So we spoke about
Such an insight.
just ukushida bizi
Yeah.
because yami into vele ngithi.
Yeah.
Ngenza umathanda.
Wenzani?
Yeah.
Ngithi. Ngisho kusala kancane just for flavor.
But yeah, we must have that chat about being naked around your boys, man. At some point,
No,
it
I'm
doesn't
not
have to be
naked, I'm
today.
not naked around my boys. I'm talking about bath time. Bath time is very different from just being dlapa,
During
careless.
part time, you're naked around your boys.
Yes,
That's
but
what
it-
I mean.
But it comes across as if namgi nudist. No, when we bath,
Nudist, not nudist.
logo.
Nuda.
Nudist.
So with the light years in grade 5, he showers. The one in grade 3, he showers. Lower grade 1, we still love it. Bubble bath, no matter what, it's great. It's a great bonding session. I love it.
Yeah.
One. And then the little one, obviously.
Have you ever asked them how they feel about you showering with
Yeah,
them?
but kapile mostly too. Not
No,
that
besides
showering,
ukap,
bathing.
I'm saying, have you ever asked them? Hey,
They loved
did
it.
you guys enjoy?
Literally, so I'll give you a bit of insight. It was earlier this year, actually. Earlier this year, I'm bathing with my last one. I'm bathing with
You're in
my
a
last.
bathtub with them?
Yeah,
You guys are. you-
I'm in a bathtub with number 4.
Yes, but I'm saying both of you are naked.
Yeah, we're both naked. Well, in a bathtub. What is it? Must wear a nappy? I don't understand.
You can wear
With a
underpants.
1-year-old.
This is what I'm asking.
I need to clean him. I need to wash
Yeah,
him.
I'm asking, not him, you. I'm asking you.
I'm naked.
I'm trying to figure out problem ke nga 1 year ke inflop ya go tlhapa lena.
Clap or who?
Le ngosi if
I don't have an issue with you clap
Okay,
or nengosi.
so
I'm just asking
so-
if when he's
so-
with his boys in the bathtub, are both of them naked? That's all I'm asking.
So it was always a thing
Yeah.
until they outgrew it. Each one outgrew it,
Right.
and then they went
And they
showered.
loved
and it's
it.
fine. This year I'm taking a bath with my number 4, and it's great and it's fine, and we're playing. And And then I remember the door opens. And then, like, my number 3 comes into the bath.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. What up? And then next
Yo, you got a
thing-
big bath, ne?
No, it's not big. It's really small. And then number 2 comes. And I go, I haven't had a bath with him probably in 2 years. And he comes in. And he looks at me and he goes, number 2 is he's there to teach me how to be humble.
Oh, okay. He humbles you.
Yeah.
By size.
So- no, just
Oh, okay. I'm asking. When he says he's humbling him, how else do you humble another man?
It's worth an ask. It's worth an ask.
He's not specifying.
my knees, it hits there by my knees.
Definitely doesn't. Most people say that.
Next
Oh,
thing,
sis, getting my con man, but Penson, but I've seen you naked. What knees are you talking about?
hey, your knees must be
Are your knees?
really high knees. Next thing, my number 1 comes through. Can I not get emotional, bro? All fucking 5 of us in the bath.
Peepees out.
How big is this bathtub?
It's a small bathtub.
All peepees out.
Peepees out. And he looks so like I'm looking and I'm getting emotional, because I'm playing with my child. I've got the little camera on, and it's me and number 4, and we're looking at each other, and it's that moment, and we're connecting, and it's beautiful. And when they came through, and then my eldest was like, "Don't get used to this." I was like, "I cool down."
Yeah.
You know, he was like, "This is the last time, just to say goodbye." You know that there's that line, Uguti, you never know the last time you hold your child.
Yeah.
The last time you pick up your child.
Yeah.
The last time your mom puts you down
Your last time your mom puts you down, last time they
and
change
never
you.
picks you up again.
So like I have a moment. I have it on video of the last time I've ever had a bath with my number 1 and number 2. Wow. I have that.
Have you intentionally decided to start calling them 1 and 2?
I called them 1 and 2 from years ago.
No, you used to say their names. I'm just asking.
No. I said interchangeably because sometimes you're flopper, ubize undima, ntumbeza.
Oh, little time no call
And then no, I just say
Yeah.
we grew up, they'd be like, long hello to me.
Yeah, but that's not their cross to carry.
Yeah, so when they say long
So
hello.
why are you passing it on to them? Because when you went through that.
Because when I say the wrong name accidentally, ne?
So washanga my number ngathi
Because
cows.
I'll never forget their numbers. I know it. 3. But manje, when I say Zita and he goes, Baba, I'm dance.
Okay.
Nah, like, I'm correct. Upon Babelu food.
Yeah.
And number 2.
Hey, let your pam go belungu.
Yeah, but so it's nice. It's
an
fun.
apartheid legacy.
They love it. It's nice little connection and whatty. So I'll always say it, and then they refer to each other like that. So
I want to ask a question to Titi. Before I ask, so my second daughter,
Yeah.
I was telling her that her older sister's now started her period, and I was explaining it to her. She's grade 1, 7.
She's 7. Okay.
Yeah. The other thing I was telling her was the explanation of eggs. While her brother was there as well.
Yeah.
He's 9.
Yeah.
And I was explaining, and his eyes were like wide open. But I was explaining this concept of like a girl is born with all her eggs.
Yeah.
And that even when she was in her mom's tummy, she had all her eggs, which is wild because people don't understand what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, in terms of the group, is it open to the public? How do you guys vet before you call me out on why I left?
So it's open to the public through the link. We can't really vet until someone's character shows up in what they say in the group. And the reason why we do that is because we don't want to create a platform that is intimidating for the average person.
Of which it is, by the way.
Not really.
The guys who are in that group.
Oh, look, there's some influential guys in the group. If anything, that should encourage guys. Go, yo, I'm in the group, no ban, you know. Maybe
That's intimidating.
well, it depends how you look at it.
It's intimidating.
It might be intimidating, but also it's an opportunity to be amongst great people and to see how they are behaving. You know, I mean, for most guys, if they get to experience UTT being vulnerable and talking about a particular experience that he went through,
It gives them the
and it
opportunity
gives
to
them
open up.
it humanizes me as well to them. But if UTT and that's what happens on the Mondays is that all you need to do is just share a story of what happened to you, and it'll trigger someone, and someone will just jump on to say, "Yo, guys, I also want to share." It's really more about testimony sharing and trying to help each other. I mean, there's guys who are professionals, and again, you've got those guys that are like, I mean, I didn't have a psychologist, I'm a therapist. It's not for me, and that's why we say
Most black guys.
most black guys they find it quite intimidating, and so we end up being each other's therapists.
Sure.
My brother's keeper.
And you're in a safe space. Why did you call Titi a jerk before he came?
How many guys are in the group?
So with each group, we've got about 1,000 guys.
That's why I left.
It's a lot.
Yeah. At the time, I think I was just trying to quieten down my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always tell people to put it on mute. And I get it. I understood why you left.
Sure.
But I also...
And I don't like you, sorry. But that was
It's
like
okay.
a secondary...
That's for you. It doesn't affect my bills. Whether you like me or you don't
But
like
fuck
me.
your bills as well. Who
You
the fuck cares about your bills?
You don't have an impact in my life. You go to.
I don't want to make an impact in your life.
I'm
sun won't rise.
Crumble or I'm gonna sell less books. No, bro. I'm still gonna
So
continue.
Penson, Faith. It's okay.
I'm on your side.
At least you'll see the sun tomorrow.
And yes. Yeah, Tim. So
He wasn't invited for this chat. It was meant to be me, you, and Des.
I was shocked to find him here actually.
So we always fight week in, week out. He says he
Why
doesn't
are
want
you
to-
here?
This is why I left the group.
He
Why are you
says,
here?
he
This
says
is why I
he
left
doesn't
the
want to be part of
fucking
Who shows this?
He left.
Isn't this your show?
He left my family group
I did. A couple of times.
by 4.
Marle show
It's by phone.
yeah, actually show yakho.
Sure.
So ufunani?
Faith.
You know the ntwana
he picks
because he's got his own.
Ubani okhuluma njani?
He's got his own.
Ngibheke.
He's
Imina
got
lo-
his own
That's me.
platform. He's got his own platform, doesn't he?
He's so annoying.
Where he can do his shit, lapha.
He's shit. That group doesn't sound like a safe space.
That's why you left.
TT, XMachid. I'm like, kon TT la. Didn't he invite you?
We invited him. What do you mean? I
Only link
invited
from
you.
someone else.
When I invited him into the group.
Bengithi khona usomizi, bengizochacha nosomizi. Ayi,
He never says anything. But
don't say these things. This is what's going to make people want to join the group.
Yo, now that group.
No, we
but
got to
the
join.
limits, the thousands.
Yeah, we're way over our limit.
Yeah.
We are way over our limit. There's guys waiting outside to come in.
Physical gatherings. I've seen some gents pushing prams and not what. I've actually been in a couple of gents groups, dope dads. There was something for black fathers. I left one group because there was a guy speaking about not maintaining his kids, and Amachita attacked him. And I was like, I don't want to be in a space where
Judgment.
there's this thing of you can only be this type of father.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking in terms of physical get-togethers and any initiatives around that.
We do a lot of those.
Sure.
We just hosted a Father's Day event this past weekend. It was on Father's Day. It was an all black.
Sold out.
But we also allowed the gents to bring their partners, their female partners, because yes, there are events that we curate where it's
Why would
just
you
men,
say female partners? Why did you say
female and male. That doesn't matter.
Any
I said partners.
Okay, bring partners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
He was mentioning that women were allowed to come.
yes. I was
Okay.
just trying to drive the point.
Got you.
And we specifically curate specific events where we want women in the room so that now they can get a better understanding of how we are wired. You know, a lot of issues around gender-based violence and femicide to a certain effect as a result of a lack of understanding each other. You know, we're always putting each other down and so forth. So sometimes it's nice for them to hear other men talk about their struggles in terms of how we are spoken to. You know the greatest challenge for most amachita ukutshela ukuthi mfethu mina bengiyophanda for the day mangibuye endlini ifro yami ngitshela ukuthi wangafani noPhenwel wena. Kunjani?
It's a fake question.
It's those verbal abusive tones and tonalities that women utter without.
And we're told she's not even intentional about
She's
it.
not intentional. So when they're in the room and they get to, hear these guys talking about how they grew up without a father and how they, were expected to do all these things. So we create those spaces. And then we create specific events where it's just men. We do a lot of father and son gatherings. I do father and son boot camps where we teach these boys about real life, do bonfire conversations, teach them the basics of life, how to change a tire. They're so spoiled that they'll never be able to survive out there if you don't teach them the basics. How to cook. Shaima Poki Course Challenge. And then we also curate events for fathers and daughters. In fact, I'm planning a father and daughter gala dinner where we take our daughters on a gala dinner. They need to know what it's like to be taken out to a 5-star establishment, 3-course meal, how to dress, feel good, feel beautiful.
Are these dates all on your platforms, on the Instagram, on the...
It's all over. Yeah. So we're quite intentional about what we do, but we also don't want to be all over. We're quite intentional about the events that we put together and why we put them together. I mean, like around Heritage Day, we bring men into one space with the boys to teach them about culture, the importance of culture. And obviously people will come with different opinions to say, this culture thing, Angispaneli mina.
I'm listening to
You
you
guys was
and
doing euphonic there. He'll break.
Yeah, of course. I'll tell him.
I'm listening to you, and as you're speaking, it feels like an exclusive group, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It sounds like a constitutionally progressive type of group. Because I was just thinking, Konama Timer, I got triggered by Penson asking about female partners. Konama Timer that wouldn't want to be in a group with like gay niggas, that wouldn't want to be in a space where people are pro LGBTQI plus, because they're like, these are the issues we have in society.
Yeah.
Xenophobia, tribalism, why kukhona labantu lana. It sounds like, and I guess I'm just needing you to confirm that it's not class, but if you're speaking 5-star dinners with your daughter, and most of amachitasekas, I think, don't tick some of these boxes.
You'll be surprised that a lot of the events we host are actually Emakas
Sure.
and the outlying areas. And the reason why we do that is also to show them that they are part of us. We don't want to exclude other people. But that said, we also curate events for those men that are economically,
Challenged?
No, in a better economic state of being.
Okay.
So that they can also appreciate those that are beneath them and help them. It's really a concept around lifting others as you rise.
What's the vision?
The vision is
Like in 5-10 years, you're like, no, my timer looks like this.
Look, the vision is to empower that boy child to be able to understand what it means to be a good man, a gentleman. The basics of being a gent.
Okay.
Thina sikhule sishela mfethu. Shela, go through the pains, baghete, take a number down. That doesn't apply anymore.
Yes.
Because now we put power behind it, influence behind it. I'm from this well-off family. I can get any girl I want. The concept of Shela is actually such a beautiful thing, because you learn to you get to earn it in the end. It's
pitching.
It's pitching, you know, and it's a risk. You take a risk.
Yes.
You win some, you lose some, and so we really want to teach men about the 3 stages of life, in my opinion. that
Can I
is.
just jump in there before you go?
Yeah.
With the 3 stages. I was in a hearing 2022 where we were tracing this one boy for sexual harassment.
Yeah.
This is in a school space.
Yeah. And at the shed.
Yeah.
Ntwana yotaki.
Into mixed race.
Mixed race, okay.
Yeah, Glony colored, and you say the colored, but I want to clarify he's a mixed race boy. And at the shed. And me, and another timer who was sitting there,
Black timer.
black timer. Don't at the shed. It don't at the shed.
Yeah.
Every statement that we get, even when we're listening to this young lady, who's a young girl as well,
Yeah.
it don't at the shed.
He harassed me.
But
He
what
said
you-
I'm pretty
Yeah.
without my consent.
That's the risk.
And here's the thing. Intwana ifunda umetriki, okay, ifunda grade 10. They're talking about my body, I can say whatever. People can't sexualize your body.
Yeah.
Umchita is not really sexualizing the body and how Amachita can.
Yeah.
Amachita can go
No, of
fucking
course.
full.
No, you know.
But he's complimenting.
Like you've got nice legs.
So
So when I bisexualize,
it was so age appropriate. It was
Yeah.
so cute. Reading her statement.
sure.
Reading her statement, what she wrote, he said.
Age appropriate to you.
It was so age appropriate.
To you.
To us.
Yeah.
But obviously she's hurt, so we need to address it. That's
Yes.
why we had a
Yeah,
whole thing about that.
Absolutely.
And it's crazy because when you're speaking about that, with teaching boys how to be boys in certain spaces, and I love when you're speaking about bringing women to the space.
Yeah.
So that they can also guide us. So listen, where's the yes and where's the no?
Yeah.
Because again, Lentwana Lena is not saying something out of the ordinary for the context that he's in.
Yeah.
If not a lady, she's a young girl. If that young girl had liked him,
Yeah.
none of this would be an issue.
100%.
None of this.
But
would
you
be-
can't shell her, by the way. That's a teachable moment.
You can't
Can't shell her.
in 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because-
So it's too risky.
Whether
The
you're
risk-
young, whether you're old, you can't shell
The
her.
too
risk
risky.
is too high.
Yeah.
But there's still something romantic about the
chivalry.
arts.
That's because we're old. You can't shell her. You need to teach boys you can't shell her.
Yeah.
And then we need to formulate good look. If you like a girl, you're like, hi, I think I like you. Can we go for coffee? She says, no, thanks. You say, no problem. You walk away.
Keep it moving.
No, but I really like you. I think
you see-
but you guys know that thing.
it's because we're old.
That part.
Because we're old.
When I agree with you.
The part is going to get you into a disciplinary hearing.
It's gonna
Don't
get
do
your
it.
butt into.
What you ask for, look, maybe you don't even say you're pretty. You're just like, hey, would you like to do coffee?
And then we had
That's
to get
flat, and the girl says yes or no.
Lighty had to write a letter of apology.
Good.
No, that's
Hopefully
that's
he
being a
learned.
gentleman.
And then when we literally said, And you know what I was asking this other time that I was sitting with? Can we bring this girl's body into the room? But we weren't allowed.
You guys are trying to take away the girl's agency.
We just wanted to the girl, no, she's right.
Why are you bringing her body into the room?
No. Because we just wanted, after.
Why do you want to bring the body into the room?
Let him get punished.
Okay.
Because it was inappropriate for her.
Yes.
Everything is subjective, right?
Yeah.
That's not subjective.
What do you mean subjective?
That's sexual harassment.
What's sexual harassment?
That thing that he did.
Well, she must go to court then and open a case.
No, didn't you say it was sexual harassment?
No, so it was a hearing on inappropriate.
Or not sexual harassment?
Yeah, because then.
Or just harassment.
That's a different thing. That's
just
suspension,
harassment.
That's expulsion.
No
you bring in
problem.
the department.
Expulsion.
Yeah,
But it's how it made her feel.
Yes,
That's important.
Crucial.
That we
And
can't discount.
Tina, as educators and parents at the time, we needed to bring her in.
Yeah.
Bring the dynamics in, and we did that. If it's extreme, the first thing you do, you bring in the department, you bring in counselors, all the thing.
Yeah.
We wanted to say, okay, this is where we're going as a school. She was very happy. Everybody was happy with that. And then after the fact now, that everybody's happy and it's now closed, we bring in the timer. And we say, timer, read the statement by your daughter here.
You guys are wrong.
No, we wanted to. We didn't do it.
I'm glad you didn't. You were wrong.
I agree
You're
with
wrong
you.
to think like that. You need to fix that thinking.
It was so.
That thinking is like it's like
it's
out of court settlement.
It's what when we say the word, because I love the fact that you use the word gentleman.
Yeah.
That term on its own is subjective, because
Correct.
you'll go into a space, you'll open a door for a lady, and you might open it for a person that says, "Why are you opening a door for me?"
Yeah.
Because you're a lady. What?
'cause you
Why
think
don't you open it for a gent?
Yeah. Who do you think you are? So you
Yes.
think you. So the power dynamics, I can't open a fucking door for myself.
Sure.
Now it's a different challenge. And Lapo, you were trying to just be kind. Yeah. And
No, chivalry is dead and you must kill it.
Yeah, it's gone.
And if anyone complains, shame. In fact, I've heard girls in groups say things like, I need a man. I always play hard to get. Melalwe, he must show to angfuna. There are girls who are like, no, shela, and I say, no, Mbhambe. Uthi say, hey, fundela la.
Yeah.
Hayi, ungibambelani.
Yeah.
No, ngifuna ukukhuluma na, hayi.
Yeah.
Angikufuni ukuqala umubi. Angimubi.
Akho safe.
Angimubi yonke indawo. That's what we are super. But in the world we live in today, we can't be teaching people, don't do that. Don't read fuck all. Just
I've got this
coffee date,
devilish-
keep
You
it
will
black
end
and
up
white.
Guma
You'll
holding
find
cell.
it,
I've got this
and it's so
devilish
sad,
thing.
bro.
You will end up Guma holding.
You'll regret it.
I've got this devilish thing because that Jimmy bafuna ukuringa nawe bakuhluphe yabona. So sometimes I just keep my earphones in my ear. Yeah, because
Because you're an asshole.
It keeps you out of trouble.
Because ngiyajima mfethu angizanga lana mfethu uzodlala yabona.
Maskandi.
Cishe ngasho which was might have been.
It keeps you out of trouble.
So I just have them on. So I'm training here and there's this exercise where you go. So this
I wish
guy-
men could actually.
So-
I wish men could actually protest and speak out against gym wear. At some point, it's gonna become a topic, and I think we need to
I brought it up
deal with it
1,000
as soon
times.
as possible.
Let me just land
Women
this.
dress very inappropriately at gym.
Super inappropriate.
What's inappropriate?
Khona lo mthayithi lo ngena la in the ass, where girls literally open their ass cheeks and then pull
may
the
fan.
tights up so they can get into the ass.
Say about squat.
Ne? And then they wear a boob troop in running up. They're not wearing a panty, not a nothing. They're wearing two pieces of clothing on
So
their bodies.
because you're there to
Because
gym.
ngiyajima and udonisa phambi kwami.
Guys, that's
So manje mina ngijime.
So look, a similar argument, because I've heard girls complain about this. If niggas wore leggings with their dick print and their bulge, it's inappropriate for women. It makes them uncomfortable. So 14-year-old girl walks into a gym, there's ubaba kabani with the people like umtight. A mom would be like, I'm sorry, but I think he's dressed inappropriately. We are also allowed to say, sorry, my little son can see your vagina and can see your breasts. You're making us uncomfortable. Can you guys please dress appropriately? I think it must be addressed because
it's a space for everyone, different ages. So this guy's finished training. The lady comes very nicely. Sorry, are you finished? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. Then the guy's like, can I just remove the weights and pack them away?
Yeah.
The lady's like, no, it's okay. Yabona, I'll do it, whatever. It's cool. Yabona, guy, sure. Guy vice. Ne? Great interaction. No one is overstepping nothing.
Yeah.
This lady goes, fetches a friend, comes through. Yeah. Her friend goes, and now the weights, that guy didn't pack them away. No, chivalry is so dead.
Wow.
Nah? That's what she says. I'm hearing because I'm squatting right here. They there.
Yeah.
she doesn't correct any of the dynamics.
To say
Meaning,
Yeah.
she will leave with the whole concept of none of these motherfuckers here, gents, are here packing their stuff. Something as small as that can have such a domino effect.
It can.
Yeah, but in how it frames. Because Tina's not jerks.
Yeah.
But
And,
you know
and
what?
Cheetah literally try to be a gentleman.
What you guys are saying is crazy because with this thing of being inappropriate via gymwear, it speaks to collectively how do we want to parent collectively as a society. Going back to the thing of incosi yakho with the thing yama period.
Yeah.
You say elinye time ngifuna afundise incosi yakhe ukuthi bangahlangana nencosi yami angabe uncomfortable, meaning that you want a collective thinking on how we should parent.
Sure.
And I think that what's going not so great in society is that people are saying, nope, we can parent the way we want. And even from a moral standpoint, I can choose morality that I want. Like the gym thing.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't like it.
No, I'm saying, do you feel like people should be allowed to live in their little Afrikaner, where you're Muslim, Tina, we don't believe in homosexuality?
The issue then becomes, remember, your parenting style is going to affect other kids
In joint spaces.
in other spaces.
Yeah.
In joint spaces.
No, in any space, chief. In any single
public
space.
space.
In fact, even if uzopaka ntwana incosi yakho mayine anger program. She said we're in trouble thina mfethu. Intwana sefuna ukushaya abantu nje because in their household anger is not regulated. No, this is how you must behave in spaces.
There's gentle parenting.
Exactly.
Yeah. So many parents that believe in that. Don't shout, no punishment.
Yes,
no
umntwana
repercussions.
mshayi, yeah.
And
Back
then
in
the
the-
person has to come into your class.
Yeah.
That person has to play with your kids.
So it's like even the gym thing.
What are you saying? All kids should have some type of basic blanket.
Yes, I think there has to for society to progress. I think we need to have a baseline of how we should.
You have an
parent
issue with people
kids.
categorizing themselves. Because there are people that will never agree to that. For example, I made the
No,
example
I'm
No,
not-
please hear me.
Sure.
So I was making the example of homosexuality,
Yeah.
which is sadly on the African continent, it's mostly criminalized.
Yeah.
But for the progressive world, where we're very comfortable, we must be accommodating and there are many South Africans who are vehemently against that. Sure. And they would rather send their kids to certain schools where they're not into that. And wherever they meeting someone, they're like, you're not going to befriend that person. I'm asking you, are you saying we should be setting a benchmark where Muslim, Abafana Bamazulu, they should be taught that thing? Where some of the parents are like, I don't want my child to be taught that thing.
Look, for me, there are certain topics I think we must have a baseline. So things like communication, dressing appropriately in whatever spaces you're gonna
But
be
what's
in.
appropriate? What's appropriate? How do you define
Appropriate is how you
know,
go
you-
to church.
Well, what if I don't go to church?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if
Yeah, but
anyone
what
is
if you're
confused,
But-
So some girls might
here's
wear
the-
leggings to
Mara
church.
Peg,
So
yeah.
she's like, that's
Mara
out of-
Peg, we-
so we
for me,
need to have some sort of baseline. That's what I understand with.
No,
what
Angiti, your example
Jim
was
saying.
church. So
No, I'm
we're
just
already
thinking-
poking holes.
yes.
No, we
so-
hear exactly what you're saying.
and you should poke holes.
So this goes back to the
Until we
baseline.
can find a place where we can agree on.
Some people will say, don't give me
So-
that. Can we not be
so
in our
if-
own
if-
group?
If you're going for a banking job interview, let's say you say you don't have church. Perfect, fine. You going for a job interview at a bank. How would you dress? That is now called appropriate.
No, but that's for that space. That's not a collective though.
Okay,
It's for
perfect.
that specific
Perfect.
bank
Yeah, sure.
or
It's a segment.
Then the more we poke holes, the more we interrogate it, the more we get to some sort of understanding.
Don't
where
you
we
think
then
that
say,
understanding will compromise so much for some that they'll be like, can we
as-
not
as-
be on our
as-
own?
as a society? No,
I
that's
hear
fine.
what you're saying.
Be on your own.
I'm on your team.
Yeah.
I'm saying the more we, again, I'm using this example because I know it's polarizing. Homosexuality.
Yeah.
It's criminalized in most African countries.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you could say in Africa, let's sit and poke holes and see what. Other states would be like, you know what? You do it.
Yeah, we're not
Leave
doing
us
it.
alone. Amabhunu and Jews and abantu bashembe will say, siyanibongela thina soqoka iphandla. No, but can't you maybe just make it a bracelet? Any bit of compromise for us is already out of our Bible or
Perfect.
whatever.
Now you take your child in, let's say, South African context, into a government school. Your teacher could be gay. And now? So you are Shembe, you are a Boer, you are Zulu, you are what that is homophobic. But your child is in a state school.
So you're saying
And
all
your child's teacher is
all
homosexual.
government spaces and state public spaces
Yeah.
should align to the constitution.
It not should, it is.
This is where now Orania come and private schools where Mapunu are saying
so-
we don't want that
So-
and it's
so-
private. Leave
so-
us alone.
So let me tell you about private schools.
Yeah.
Private schools still fall under Umelusi.
No, not private schools. I'm speaking about Oranje. I'm speaking
wait,
about a private Afrikaans school.
I want to clarify something
Yeah.
for those that don't understand.
Sure.
Whether you go to a state school, whether you go to a private school, you still fall under the same governing body.
Sure.
Umelusi.
Yeah.
But who needs to go? So you live in Oranje, what? And let's say within that district there's a black male or black female who will go to your school and look through izinto zakho and understand that you still in Oranje fall under the Constitution of South Africa. And if you are discriminating in Oranje based on his sexuality, your teacher.
Culture.
His sexuality,
maybe
your
guys-
teacher.
guys, maybe we need
if
to
it's
start-
proven. Because another thing is not proven. Because now we sit in a room, we see Mchita, oh, he's K, he comes through, then we say, no, his qualifications. We can always work around that. But let's say it's now proven.
But in
that you-
Oranje, for example, discriminates on culture.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
100%.
They don't say they discriminate on race.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. But I'm saying,
Because race-
is that not a violation
But
of the
man,
Constitution?
But race, and it is a loophole. Race is illegal. But culture, you can work around it.
So a black boy goes to Oranje and says, I want to study here.
They'll just make it difficult for him to be there.
They'll say
But
culture.
Umait is
He can go
referencing
study,
Umait. He's
but
referencing
they'll be
Umait.
difficult.
They will make it so difficult
they'll
that
say,
you will have to.
But hear me out. They'll say culture. They won't say race.
Yes, yes.
Because they
Even
know,
if it is
they,
race.
they know we know it's race.
Yeah.
But they know that if they say race, it's illegal. Much like if you, as a SGP who's hiring a teacher, if you're to say sexuality, you know it's illegal.
Guys,
So you find workarounds.
Maybe-
Oranje exists because of workarounds.
But
they
maybe-
say it's an open.
Maybe let me ask. Maybe
You
let me
know,
ask
don't
guys-
you think? No,
Go for
you
it.
can go, sir. No,
No,
you can go.
I also wanted to maybe just keep poking this thing. What do you think? What do you think breeds bullies at school?
Many things.
Just give me a few.
So I taught for 10 years. And one of the things that always came up is that people don't understand what bullying is. So we need to always just go back and define it,
Okay.
Boy in grade 4 comes to me and says the grade 7's a bully. No, that boy was just a jerk. You guys were playing soccer, one lula, and it just so happens he just kicked the ball. So once-off event, he was a jerk, So bullying is the repetitive
Recurring, yeah.
one of him targeting you as an individual for whatever reason. And that might come because 1, the boy is actually an arsehole. 2, the parenting situation. 3, the school environment. So all those type of variables, and 4, unknown X that you need to unpack, is the result of why he's behaving the way that he's behaving. So it's so many variables that you need to really sit down and interrogate instead of just saying that boy is a bully or that boy's parents are a problem, which then the school does most of the time. Trying to unpack why he's doing what he's doing, and then that'll more than anything actually go to variable X, not the standard 3 things of family. He's not,
Parenting.
he's not getting the same affection. You normally find that it's variable X. But he's actually going for TT and not to Penwell. Why?
Okay.
And then you pick that.
Why are you asking and what are
No,
your
no.
thoughts?
I've always been curious. So I've experienced it in the sense that my daughter was bullied
By another girl.
by another girl at school, and the first time it happened, she told me about it because of the proximity of our communication again. So she was able to say, "Dad, this is what's happening."
Thank you for being a safe space for your kids, man.
No, you have to be, because if you don't, some other man will be,
And it may not be the right man.
and it may not be the right man. And so when she told me this, I went to the school and I spoke to the school principal and I told her what happened. And initially she was like, "No, we'll handle it as a school. Don't
Yes.
worry." And my immediate response was, "You can't say that to me. You can't tell me not to worry when my daughter is being bullied. What are you gonna do about it? Because I don't know who this girl is and so forth." But I actually asked for a meeting with the parents so that I can understand where the issue is. And when we sat, I then realized that
You're not trying to fight, you're trying to resolve.
I'm trying to resolve.
Yeah.
So you said to the parents?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
The very same day, I said to them, that afternoon, I want to meet with the parents. And then the parents came. And then I realized that there's a dynamic there in terms of the parents. The wife was bullying the husband in that meeting to say, "You're not going to say anything. I'm going to speak." And I was like, yo, okay, there's a deeper issue here. And then in that session, I asked the school to get both girls, my daughter and the other girl, to come in and apologize in front of everybody. And I said to the dad, "My brother, you need to have a serious analysis or introspection of how you're running your family, because it's affecting me. Your daughter bullying my daughter is affecting me, because I didn't bring my daughter here to be bullied. I'm not paying these school fees for her to be bullied. So the reason I'm asking is also just to understand from a dynamic point of view of the family. I mean, I always advocate that the family is the backbone of our society. It all starts there because it's supposed to, but it's not the reality because
Unfortunately.
we expect our kids to be groomed as scale.
Yeah.
But yet the home environment is where it's supposed to start, but it doesn't. So that's why I was asking you guys.
There's an invisible third leg that you're not talking about, where it's talk about social media.
Yes.
So
yes.
And again, we might use YouTube Kids, but so many things. These guys that are these content creators are so creative in how they sneak things in
and target them.
So you have your child has YouTube Kids account. They only allowed YouTube Kids from this time to this time.
Yeah.
Only to find out to go to the stuff that they're watching on YouTube Kids is so inappropriate.
Yeah.
To find out to go to on your child's tablet, you see that app for a calculator.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like a vault.
That's a vault.
Yeah.
It's not a calculator.
Yeah.
They know the code.
Is that a real thing?
That's 100% real thing.
Yeah. Please tell me about it quickly.
So there's apps that are vaults. Yeah, one of the safe apps where you can't crack and get in.
Okay.
So you go and you download a vault app, and then
when you go to your phone, you think it's a calculator.
Yeah. Or some random app like a system cleaner.
So there's certain apps that people have on their phones that appear as something that they're not.
Else.
And there are kids that do that.
Nonsensical app.
There are kids that do that. That get those apps
and then
to hide funny things.
And then they hide. So it can go bigger. Some of those apps hide other apps. Okay. Some of them just hide
an app.
Yeah, some of them.
But
just
it looks like a calculator or
something
something else.
And even when you go to a calculator, it functions like a calculator.
Yeah.
Until such time that you know that if you press,
you know how to prompt
if you press CE,
and
then you go 1 + 1 × 1 million, then that's your code, and then you enter that space. So there's so many variables.
It's worth researching. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
now
that's
you have
very-
mom and dad who are doing the best that they can. You've got school environment that's doing the best they can. Little Jono who sits next to you goes, "Oh, you can't get Snapchat."
Yeah. Let me show you.
I have Snapchat.
Let me show you how to hide it so that your parents don't see it.
Oh, you don't have Instagram. I can Instagram.
These are the very same kids who lock their doors at home. So first of all, I don't allow my kids to lock their doors. Why? Why are you locking your doors?
Privacy.
Privacy. By locking your doors. We're not in a prison.
It doesn't matter. So I won't use girls as an example. Boys. Boy wants to lock the door.
Why?
He's 14.
He's
14. Why?
He's 14.
Okay.
We know why we were boys.
He's a growing boy.
But what's propelling that? Because if you guys have got a rule or a respect around your family, which you can't come in without knocking and all of that, you shouldn't be.
So the assumption is that people respect a closed door.
I'm not sure. Why?
No, I'm saying, but maybe in your home. In other homes, Melu.
I mean,
But
you know but you are not there. But you're not there. You're not there.
There comes old school parenting right there.
Mandiza doesn't know what Twana is in the room.
It's not old school parenting. It's being practical. In case of emergency.
Ayikho ingozi ezo emzini wami.
No. When I saw it,
now the kids are like, oh, it won't happen at your home.
No, but
it's okay.
but like I said, with the conversations, I make them understand why. It's not. I'm not a dictator at all. I say, girls, do you understand why it's important that
you don't lock your
doors?
door?
And I don't even lock my door, by the way. I don't.
Yeah, no ways.
I don't.
Because
no, I lock my door.
U-auntie uklinayo angithi akazi ukuthi mhlambe ikhona intwana, let's say it's 14 15 in the room. He doesn't know. Sometimes you don't know what intwana ilapha because if you are your next.
Mara umnyango mavaliwe kushudile somebody angithi.
No, sometimes ufuna nje ukuvala umnyango mhlawumbe ulele.
I think UTT speak about his home and his rooms.
Yes.
And we're answering for other homes that are not your home.
100%.
Yeah.
And it works. It works for us because everybody knows that if there's a door that's closed, there's someone there, please knock. Don't just budge in. You never budge in. It's rude.
No, so for me, sometimes there's doors that are closed, then there's no one on the other side. And then and there's no one there just for fresh air.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the person inside the doors. So for me, I know in my room, hey, one I was velutelic. That's a fact.
No, 100%. That's respect.
But just in case,
Got a lock.
You got to lock.
Especially
to keep a child from future therapy.
Phezulu lokho ufokudlalela le TV. Fuck with JPs nje.
No,
Yabona?
I got-
Mom and dad was sleeping, man. What do you guys
Oh,
want?
watching TV.
I mean, I
falling
got no
asleep.
qualm, fan, and I've never had an issue.
No, you've got a lekker rule.
Got no qualm.
Okay, for people
Yeah,
that
no, kwa.
for people that may not understand, what's the importance of not locking doors in our home?
I don't want to create a hostile environment like we're in a prison,
Number one.
because that's where you lock people up.
Okay.
And I want them to understand that this is a home, not a house. It's a home. It's a space where they can be themselves, and we respect their space and they respect our space. I mean, I will never walk into their bedroom without knocking or asking if can I come in, because I respect that that's their space.
And if they're not in their room, chances are the door's left open.
It'll always be open.
Let's say, for example, hypothetically, kids are 16, they're going through the teenage things.
They're studying.
No, they're definitely in the room. They're sour with you. They just don't want to answer.
I'll just call. Yeah, phone. I mean.
Yeah, they don't pick up.
Then it's fine. Just tell your lady, tell your check akara.
Yeah, but you can't open my door. You said you must respect door.
I will knock. You
knock, but I'm not gonna
If there's
answer.
no response, that means we need to then intervene.
So then you open the door.
Then we have to break that rule.
Okay.
The last thing you want is Umtana was sitting there for 18 hours.
That's when she's like, oh, so you can open the door.
In case of emergency.
The nice thing about kids,
They'll find a loophole.
they study you,
Yeah.
they iterate, and then they adjust.
Oh,
I
we can
love the fact-
swear when. Oh.
Next thing you hear, all you hear is, "But that's fucking awesome." Now
Yeah.
you can't react because, like, okay, yeah, I am.
But
awesome.
you said.
But you said.
I thought you had died, Dad. You said if we think you're dead. We heard mom screaming, so.
Came to your rescue.
But I think for some families, just some advice with the phone and computers. Agilam, one of his rules is that I remember with my cousins, the computer must be in the sitting room. So it's not in the kids' rooms.
Privately.
It's like, no. If it's a shy homework,
Yeah, especially if it's a homework thing.
yeah, if it's a shy homework, now your computer,
That goes to a point.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sure, but, but remember,
Just trying to find solutions.
Mlotshwa, everything for you can go extreme. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Every parent is trying their best,
That's-
and they're saying that shit, man. They ignore less in you. But my phone in, we don't know what they're checking. The best I can do when I'm around in the household, if it's a shy homework, your computer naila, at least you're going to go on. Unlike not doing anything.
No, at least you're doing something.
And, yeah,
It's like
and then
getting a
saying,
TV in
"Ah,
their
ingosi."
rooms. There's no TVs allowed in their rooms.
I mean,
In my household.
I look at with this scale and I'm iPad.
Are you allowed a TV in your room?
I've got a TV now.
Oh, okay, double standard dad.
No, it's not double standard.
Okay, what is it?
It's my home. Remember, don't forget that.
Those the elders in this
It's my
house.
home, but they've got a space where they can watch TV.
I mean, I look at it with the iPads. The iPads, everybody needs to work, and you can't throw me off. And I'm studying for this. I'm practicing my oral, my speech, my what. Guanami, I'm a hindrance.
Yes, because everyone needs to. Plus, your video will be disturb.
I want to
Yeah,
disturb.
yeah.
So now I'm busy with my thing. Busy. Then I go laptop. Corner busy. So now you're like, okay, and then you don't know what are these motherfuckers actually busy with what they say?
Because you don't know.
And you've got, by the way, all of the devices. There's a parental lock. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's all you can't.
You can monitor it,
Nothing
yeah.
12 and above.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've found everything.
Sure.
I found all the loopholes because again, I come from being a teacher.
Yeah.
So I was
So you
trying to
know.
anticipate it.
Yeah.
But all I'm teaching them is to be better at hiding their shit.
Yeah. That's all you're doing.
Do you guys support the bans? Australia, I think the UK as well.
No,
No under
never.
16s on social media.
Never. I'll never support something that will put my child at a disadvantage once they leave the nest.
Yeah, but understand what does the country stand for? Remember what the other things that you are making the assumption that them being on social media is also good for them. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Not the assumption I make.
So we need to then ask ourselves is why was it necessary for them to do it? So what is the context of them implementing that? I mean, I would rather understand that and then figure out if it's necessary or not.
You don't have an opinion right now.
No, until I know
the negatives.
until I understand.
You
why
don't
they
know
did it.
why it was banned.
No, I don't know why.
Hectic.
There's
Okay.
dads that will judge you because you have that open discussion around PMS and
Periods.
what with
And they
with
do.
kids.
They feel
And
it's
they'll judge you.
inappropriate.
But it's a woman thing. Teaching Pumala.
But you are saying I will not put my daughters in a space where they might be at a disadvantage.
I can never compromise them when I've got an opportunity to empower them.
I understand that there might be a risk at it, My job is to try and mitigate that risk.
And to each his own, by the way.
Which is so true. You
each
know
his
what
own.
you say is crazy because I've got some days when it's a girl.
Yeah.
The whole day. And some guys are like, like the whole day. You're changing nappies and that. I'm like, yeah. And the thing for me is, I made the decision to have a kid. So I don't want anyone to almost have parental right over Ngusam between men and
or how you must
lady.
parent.
Unless obviously I'm not saying it's only us.
Yeah.
But you must take sole responsibility in almost everything and anything. So this thing you would say, no, these things are dedicated for men only, women only, if it's a girl child or a boy child. I think they are outdated for certain types of families.
Just to touch on him, I get very nervous because I understand because at this age they're going to become global citizens.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
I think about the banning thing, yeah.
the banning at Australia. So their
I
competition,
think the UK as well.
and the UK, their competition is not necessarily
Yeah.
or a guy who's in Cape Town.
It's the global.
It's a global
Because they're
type of
going to
mindset.
these camps with international people
Right.
from
So
all over the world.
They go there, they communicate,
Yeah.
they do
Yeah.
translate on their tablets.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying, my child only gets to play in that arena from age 17. Meanwhile, there's a parent who was intentional with helping them guide through that space from when the child was 3.
Yeah.
A parent, again, I agree. I want to tend to my garden. It's my fucking garden.
Yeah.
So I'm intentional with how I open up the games they play, what they can't play, and why they can't play, and show them there's this type of things available. With that being said, I want them, by the time they get to that Australian kid who's, let's say, for an example, experiencing social media for the first time, they need to feel that they're 17 years
Australia, France, and Malaysia, other nations like the United Kingdom, Norway, and Portugal are either phasing in sweeping bans or require strictly verified parental consent for minors.
behind. I support the strictly
Yeah,
verified.
but now, okay,
support
yeah, that's
that.
different now.
United States, while there's no federal ban, multiple US states have passed their own strict access limitations and parental consent laws, with some states banning minors from creating accounts entirely without guardian approval.
Limitations, yeah, but then what we're speaking
Because all
that's
social media
different
apps
now.
are 12 plus.
Yeah, that's
So
different.
all
now.
social media apps are 12 plus. If you want to move it up to 16 plus, where I have to give consent to open it up, I'm happy with that.
I just have an issue, and it goes back to this collective parenting that we're speaking about.
Yeah.
Hey man, as society progresses, man, the more it becomes just a pile of shit, man.
Oh.
We had a point where now being naked is normal, fit. And now it's
Naked
like,
is normal.
yeah, fit.
Where?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I mean, there are certain female DJs or performers, and about talking just stage, and then
Uncle
it's-
Waffles.
No, angifaka amagama, man.
I'm fucking coming.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
So-
Uncle
so-
Waffles, man, it's known, her persona.
So for me, I'm like,
She inspired a lot of female DJs to do similar.
okay.
You don't approve of it.
Did you about naked? Because the thing is, not for me, I always
Bro,
ask.
Nicki
ukuthi-
Minaj.
My thing is, what is the ripple effect of this thing? Because remember, right now, we are facing the era, the repercussions of what hip hop did and how it portrayed women. We're facing the consequences now. Something that happened like, 30, 40 years back.
Have you seen new hip hop?
No.
Have you seen new hip hop? Glorilla,
Consume
Lado,
Angazi, next.
I know their
Sexy
names.
Sexy
So-
Red,
so
Ice
I-
Spice.
So
Have you seen
I
their
work in
videos? I don't know if
Zinja.
they're
I
strippers.
I work in advertising.
Zinja.
Hey.
It's
It's
just
worse than
kids, bro.
niggas.
It's crazy.
It's
What
just-
about talking?
it's- You go into a space.
I think it's strippers. It's just ass clapping like this
So
throughout the whole
we,
video.
We go into a space now where we'll have like a war room. So we're doing a space where we're ideating,
yeah.
for like 2-3 hours. So we're in that space. Ne? I've literally been in a war room where we're sitting for 3 hours. We come in to ideate. Like, wait, hold on. You realize, Wuti, you're the oldest person there by 15 years.
It's normal.
You're the oldest
Okay,
person.
Nisha Padikate.
in- Bro,
What do you mean? Is that what
I'm
you're
the
saying?
oldest
Yeah, I
person
think
But so.
by 15 years. We're here to try and create something for a multinational. Then we need to pitch at at that level. They look at you. They're like, "No, we'll put it together.
We got this, uncle.
I get to when we can. You'll go,
Our
pitch.
aunt.
Yeah.
Ank. We'll put it together. We're ideating. Full of my laptop, my screen, my tablet, my phone, my laptop, yonke into khona.
Yeah.
Ngaba kudlalwa ingoma ongazi-understand the-music yakhona.
They're just in their own
Lona
world.
ufuqa ihamba. Laba bashaya ama-second ngamaveli.
They call it inspiration.
Bashaya
It is
ama-second
inspiration.
ngamaveli.
It is
Khona
inspiration.
ibhodlela ethakhile la. or Jägermeister. Izinto ongazazi. When you figure out
Oh, yes, tequila na Jägermeister.
ngiyakwazi.
Oh, okay, sorry. Please continue.
Phela amatequila la masha la.
Hey, lawa, yeah.
Yeah, that's lawa.
Yeah.
Lana sengathi you walk into a space, you feel so intimidated and so old.
Yeah.
Because all they're trying to say is, we here for the next 3 hours, we're gonna armor you with the information that you need so that you can go fetch the money.
It's like being in studio though.
Bro,
It is like
panicked.
being in studio. Yeah.
I
You create
It is.
that environment that just allows your creativity and your juices to flow. They say.
Few questions for you,
This
Titi.
is a Tuesday at 9.
Yeah.
Like say,
Finish. Thank you.
sorry. Okay.
I want to ask about stepfathering. I want to ask about niggas that don't have money. And I want to ask about the legal system. Just your opinions, high
Can I
level.
just add being a father in the limelight.
Okay. Your views on stepfathering, just high level. Your views on men that are either under earning or have no income in terms of their contribution to their kids. What was my third one?
The legal.
Yeah. What do you think of the legal system when it comes to fighting for fathers' rights? Because men and women are meant to have equal rights with their kids. And then Penson wanted to ask, just high level, yourself, other fathers that are celebrities.
Sure. Stepfathering. For some reason, I don't actually like that word stepfather. I just think it's kulisa matime,
Yeah, it's a silly name.
time, I'm fit.
You agree?
Yeah.
Hectic.
No, I don't. For me, I don't believe in the word stepfather, half
brother, half sister.
If you care about usis and promote, I don't believe in side chicks.
Okay. Deviating. Sorry, back to Titi.
Yeah,
These terms are new terms that I'm learning now. So that's my half brother. I feel
Sure. Titi.
that one.
Yeah, so for me, I'm not a big fan of the word stepfather because we're raised by a community of fathers. Itamala next door, uncle, and so forth. So that's my opinion, and I just think there are great fathers out there who are doing such a phenomenal job on raising kids that are not even theirs biologically.
And you're good with that?
What do you mean?
As in, like, you support it 100%?
Absolutely. If you can afford it and you can be there for them, nothing. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay.
The sad part is discovering for a lot of men that have raised kids only to discover later in life it's not theirs. That's a different topic for another day. Paternity testing.
Paternity fraud.
Yeah, paternity fraud, and
should be fully criminalized.
it should be. It should be. If you look at these shows with the court and they discover that you're not the father.
You're not the father.
Have you watched how the cameras never focus on the man after that? They never focus on what happens to him after that. After the discovery that is not the father. So that's another topic.
Because she
for
knew.
another day. She knew all along.
Because you ovulate.
There's no accountability.
The 3-4 days. So you knew, Uti, you had 2 niggas or 3 or 4 in that space. So it's not like, I don't know. You knew.
Yeah, I saw, because I posted something on social media and some ladies were like, yeah, but what if you don't know? And luckily some people responded and said, if you don't know, then let all the people know.
Yes.
You may not be the father.
Absolutely.
But to keep it to yourself already is criminal.
I'm so lost because
It's
you can
criminal.
you can go to clicks or Discam and it gives you when you're ovulating.
no,
It gives you the weeks in that week. So you are 4 weeks pregnant. Okay, let's go back. In that week,
The average girl doesn't do that.
the average girl doesn't do that. You know the niggas
You slept with.
You go to a clinic. A clinic, they say, okay, you are 8 weeks, whatever the case is, because you've missed your period, you missed it again. You're 8 weeks. Clinic backtrack. So you can backtrack in your mind in that 8 weeks. How many guys? It's raw.
Backtrack depends on what kind of life you're leading. Sometimes you might not be able to backtrack.
If
You
you're
might
a
not be able
lady,
to
you
backtrack.
might not be able to even remember.
if you're a lady that can't go back 8 weeks and you can't, and it's more than
You shouldn't even be allowed to say that I know who the father is. You should rather say I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think there's an important, because for me, paternity fraud is telling the wrong nigga.
Yeah.
But one of the conversations that no one is having is women that don't tell a man
Yes.
that they are pregnant.
Yes.
Either they abort, they give the child up for adoption.
Yeah.
It would be fascinating if someone was to do a deep dive on how many orphans it was known if the father ever knew that they have a
or
child.
abortions.
Yeah.
Because I'm 37, I've always wanted a child. I'm a great guy. And then we are intimate. We promise each other the world, but you just don't feel, and then you terminate.
Could be your wife. She's focusing on her career.
Yeah.
She knows if she tells you, you're going to
You're
get
gonna
angry.
slow her down.
So she goes and she aborts without telling you.
Yeah.
You didn't even know she was pregnant. there should be some level of accountability that as soon as you're pregnant, the man you're sleeping with should be notified. How you sort that out systematically at the gynae or whatever, but it can't be that, Mama, you keep coming here for visits, but you still haven't notified us who is the father.
yeah.
You just keep coming back, and there might be a man out there who you're going to end up taking to court, fighting with, who doesn't know he has a child, all because we are enabling you to just keep coming to abort, to come for visits.
What does the law say if a lady is 8 weeks pregnant, and then someone comes and punches her in the stomach, and it's proven that because of the punch in the stomach, she has a miscarriage? No?
Sure.
That's proven.
Yeah.
So forget the case for assault. Is there a law
that you kill the baby type
that you
of situation?
kill that baby at 8 weeks?
And then contrast that to abortion.
I want to contrast that to abortion. Because if we say, Nguti, if I intentionally push a lady down the stairs that is carrying my child at 10 weeks.
Let's use a more explicit example. So she's not ready to have a baby. She aborts. You're not ready to have a baby. She doesn't want to abort. So you punch her in the stomach to try and kill the baby.
Or I put a poison, some
so that she miscarries.
Yeah. So
because you're like, since she doesn't want to do it, I'll help
the poison
her.
doesn't affect her body, but it affects the baby
and the comparison.
Is there a legal process around that? Because if there is a legal process around me putting something for the child to get terminated at 10 weeks,
you reckon there should be something for abortion?
Then there should be a conversation.
Your thoughts around
that's actually quite interesting. You guys must bring a legal expert. But talking about legal, I think our justice system has created such an unapproachable tone for men in terms of their ability to be able to go and seek counsel there. There's this fear that we know they're going to side with the woman anyway. We know they're going to increase my maintenance. We know what so I think they need to have a more proactive approach
and they're going to say
target men.
And they're going to say, time up, but you need to understand.
Yes.
They always want you to understand.
Yes, but they never.
She must understand, but you must understand.
They never flip it, and in most instances, you find gutamachita kautega because the baby mama doesn't work. So that already is an advantage towards her. So when you are forced into this corner, and
it's an advantage towards her.
Yeah, because I think most of them say, I don't work. He must come and take care and maintain.
Which is weird because the advantage is meant to be on the guy because he works.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. And so that's why you find a lot of guys who are trying to get access, but it gets used against them. So I think there's a bigger opportunity for our legal and justice system to create programs or be out there and talk to men about your rights. But for you, do you actually know that there's something called a family court? A lot of guys only discover it when they're in the situation.
Yes, that's true.
And it's too late by then because emotions are high. The respect is gone. And unfortunately, the person that bears the brunt of all of this is the child.
100%.
And no one actually focuses on that because now we are dealing with our egos. You are my ex, and now So I think there's a bigger conversation to be had and a more uncomfortable conversation to be had about what rights do we have as fathers in terms of access, in terms of what we can do and not
from
feel
conception.
intended. From conception. That's the second one. What was the third one?
The thoughts around fathers who are under earning or who don't have money and how they can contribute to their kids. Again, just high level.
Because you spoke about the lady that doesn't work.
Yes.
Now, cheetah doesn't work.
It don't work or they're not earning well, but the expectation from society is quite heavy.
Yeah, and I think we need to stop that. We need to stop putting so much pressure on Amachita. This whole thing of saying Munaki van. There's this whole thing. Munaki Paki, Munaki van. First of all, for you to have that, you have to have money to have a van. We put pressure on ourselves as Amachita.
True.
Fact.
And whether consciously or unconsciously so, we need to stop that. There's this hidden pressure that we also put amongst ourselves as Amachita. We hang out right now. Let's say we're chilling, and then I say to you guys, hey, Bafetu, ichayile meleng vai fro nengos. So we need to have better conversations amongst ourselves as Amachita to say we should be encouraging that, to say no, why aren't you going home?
Sure.
What are you avoiding?
Yes.
Do you know we've got such a high rate of men who, when they go home, they cringe. A guy will spend an hour in his car just for the peace of mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Or a guy will beg and then he's not worried about anyone else. It happens all the time, bro. Believe you me. I talk to men on a daily basis. It happens. Yeah, utshela ukuthi mina ngidlule KFC, ngathola ibheka nama chips, ngaba grandi, ngayilahla edustbin, ngangena angibuza ukuthi kwenzakalani nomunye uyazibona.
Thina sasitshela kwakhona isikhathi la ngiyaxolisa uzongixolela lo uzongixolela endlini kwafakwa lento ebizwa ngama meatless Mondays.
Yeah.
Yabona, because nje for your health. And I'm not choice, but I have to be involved.
Yeah.
In the meatless
You have a
Monday.
choice, but you agreed. You
I
consented.
agreed. I was the
You
pressure.
supported it.
I was under pressure.
You agreed, and by virtue of you doing that, there's always consequences to the choices.
But there was
you make.
but sometimes there's a force. We must understand Uguti. There's a pressure. We just spoke about Tamachita.
Take accountability.
I do take accountability, and it just so happens that I stay close next to a KFC next door.
Yeah.
So I was like, I
There's
this
always-
Monday.
There's always
Cool.
There's always a consequence to the choices we make. Whatever choice you make, there's always a consequence to that, whether good or bad. By the way, so you choose to do that, you must be able to handle the consequences that are going to come with the choice that you made.
I wrote a tweet and then I reposted it on Facebook, I think relatively recently. I think it did a million views.
Yeah.
I know personally men who pretend that they have meetings
Yes.
out of town and they go and book in the same city. They go
Just
and
for peace
book
of
a
mind.
hotel. Not to cheat, not
Just
to,
for peace of mind.
Just go and chill by themselves and scroll through Netflix and
I see that at gym. A guy's at gym for 2 hours. He's on a device. He's just there to watch soccer or rugby.
Yeah.
Like literally just, he's at gym. He's got the biggest, he's sitting on one of those bicycles where you lean back. Nah? He's not cycling for shit. He's just there because he's watching this thing uninterrupted. No one's bothering him. From there he goes to Kauai. He has himself a lunch. Nice. Goes home.
sorry, you were speaking about, the question was around men who don't earn well.
Yeah, man.
And the pressure.
The pressure on those men is it's so apparent. It's there. We can see it, guys. We can see the rate of suicides amongst men is 4 times more than is around women. That's a fact. And also I think it's because we have created such a culture of not trusting each other. The fear is that I come to you with my issues. So. Then the next thing I'm hearing, Penson, tell me about what I told you.
Yeah, I'm so class. And then
So now, where do I go as a guy? Because Asatembani as a machita, number one, we've become gossip mongers in our own right. We create content out of each other's pain, and that for me is a fundamental issue of trying to break that circle of trust amongst machita. To say, who do you trust with your worst, and most closest issue?
Sure.
If in a problem in 4-5 kasavuki, uchela bani?
Sure.
Because it affects your ego, it affects your dignity, it affects everything you represent.
Your
confidence,
dignity.
your dignity. But further, finances in Nyugu. You know my outing in Nyugu. You've got worse of problems than your dick erection to worry about. Because in a 4-5, I don't think is a spinal because it's all up in here, and the pressure that we've put on men, and unfortunately, that's how society works.
I want to ask you personally, do you think it's possible to be a real man without money?
I don't think so. Because money gives you access to things. Money is access. Whether we like to believe it or not, and we need to stop being dreamers about that. The reality is that house naturalite, respect goes away. You get less prioritized by even some people who you thought were in your same circle. You start
family
getting less
members.
invites. Yeah, nah.
A man without money is a woman.
Useless.
He's a woman.
a woman is not useless.
No, I didn't say a woman's useless. So women don't need to have money to be valued. I'm just asking.
Yeah, but they've
So
got other
my
things to be
figure
valued.
the family mhlampe kumele uqoba ama-anyanisi and uthunywa and stuff because you don't have any weight.
Yeah, on us tunes.
You're like a child basically.
On us tunes ingos. And that's why you find these shows gugitila. Because that's where he grew up. Because we've kind of created this society that is obviously money driven. Finances, imali makes the world go around, gents. And I think we can't tiptoe around it. I don't have the solutions, to be honest. I don't, because if you artists go to Madam Fit, I don't know what to do. Nyazama, nyapanda, I go to work, I try to go for interviews, I keep getting rejected, and it's even worse when I get back home, the way useless. What do you say to a guy like that?
Sure.
You know, ingozama sangiboni nganix, you know, bangibiza by name, abasangibiza netime. So Simon manje. Simon, iplate lakho lapha uzothola lapha. You can see just how the respect goes away. I don't have the solutions, by the way. But I also feel that, you know, as a machita, we need to be each other's safe spaces. But it's not happening.
Time was one of the solutions. You mentioned earlier that business opportunities, work opportunities,
Yes.
gents can join and try and help each other. At least
Yes.
they would too.
Yes.
Hotspotter just so you can become a man again.
100%, and we've seen how that works. It's incredible. A guy will put in a message, a group, you know, here's my CV, I'm willing to do anything. And then a guy will say, listen, I'm actually looking for a driver. Are you able to drive? Do you have a code in? You can start next week, but we have to vet you. So those are opportunities, but you'll never know until you speak.
Yeah.
No one will know your plight as a man or as a father or as an uncle until you talk. This thing of us bottling things up, I also understand it because there's that fear. But at some point, you've got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Got nothing to lose and everything to gain by the opportunities that you put yourself out there for. Put yourself out there.
Celebrity dads.
What about it?
I want to know. So you are one of the faces when they speak about family, fatherhood.
Yeah.
How do you feel navigating? Because again, you've just spoken about your kids, you've spoken about all those dynamics. How do you feel navigating that? Do you not feel that sometimes because of who you are, there's a pressure on them? There's a pressure on them at school. You know, the one day, and this is not me tooting my own horn, it's just what it is. I walk into my son's class and Mchita, who teaches my son, is watching a video of mine, you know, and I'm like, I didn't know how to compute that.
Yeah.
Guti, how does the teacher watching me affect how he interacts and engages with my son?
Yeah.
Type of dynamic.
Got you.
You know,
Got
or
you.
the kids' parents watch the content.
Yeah.
And that comes up in play dates, or how do you navigate that space?
So for me, I always remind my children ukuthi yingosi kuqala, irrespective of the popularity that comes with having a dad who's a public figure. And so it's those conversations that happen on a daily basis. Always checking in on them as well. How are you doing? What happened today at school? Let's unpack what happened. And I promise you, bro, the more conversations you have with them, the more you actually get to learn about how they are wired as well. But I always want to remind them that they're kids, man. They must enjoy their childhood.
How often do you post them?
My kids? I don't plan. Depends. If you're sitting and we chilling and I'm like, hey, do you guys want to do a video? They're the ones who actually are like, let's do a video.
But then them being in that space, because you've been in that space for donkeys of years.
Yeah.
Do they know how to maneuver that space?
As in the handling the public.
Yeah.
They're themselves. I always tell them, you can't be anything but yourself. That's the only thing you can be, but yourself.
Do you not think that's maybe, and I'm talking and fuck the cameras for now.
Yeah.
It's actually, I'm trying to learn how to navigate.
Yeah.
Because I had a situation where my child said, Pick and Pay, this random lady grabbed my child out, and then my child's like, what the F?
Yeah.
Because you don't think about Guti.
Yes.
There's people that actually love your kids.
Yes.
And appreciate your kids and genuinely feel a closeness to your child.
Yeah.
But the child is not seeing on the other side.
No, I hear
So this
you.
person is embracing them from a place of love and care.
Yeah.
And your child is going stranger danger. Like, what the F?
100%. It's a difficult balance to strike. But I always tell my kids, Gucci, you know, you must always be wary of what's out there, irrespective of how nice people are. Because you never know when it's that moment of weakness that someone might take advantage of.
Because I want to shoot us so, boy.
Yeah. Hey, then they're good, eh?
Kaso.
So when you tombe zako says everywhere. But again, what kind of conversations are we having with our kids at home? Around the societal pressure that's out there. I mean, my kids, I think to a certain extent they've understood. Okay, Itama is a public figure. He's a little bit popular. He's on TV, and so by virtue of that, people will warm up to us. They want pictures, and I always ask them, "How did you feel about that? Do you want to take a picture? You don't have to. By the way, you shouldn't ever feel pressure to succumb to whatever is around you. If you feel like today you don't want to take a picture, it's okay. But Bona, they embrace it. I think they enjoy it. So far, I haven't had any issues because I'm always with them. And even when I'm not with them, and I'd get feedback, which they went to someone's party and There were some parents who wanted pictures with them. It's a hard one to balance.
Can I squeeze in 2 more questions before we close? One of the last conversations we had with him, one of my favorite dads, by the way, Warwick Stock, DJ Warris.
Yeah.
You know, who was gunned down.
Yeah.
He was sitting here in this kitchen and I was asking a question I normally ask him at time. I asked Saul Penduga as well when he was here. How much money should a father be contributing from a percentage perspective? And how much time should a father be putting in? And the reason I ask is for the average guy out there.
Yeah.
Whether he lives with Ticheriake or they're co-parenting, so that we try and create some type of blueprint to Amachid out there to say, at least try and put in this percentage for the kids. In terms of time, minimum, try at least this, in your opinion.
Finances, you're talking. As
Finances and time.
Investing in them.
I'm talking monthly maintenance.
Or monthly maintenance towards them. Or as in of your salary. Or of what you're getting of your paycheck.
Of your children's cost of living.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, depending on your situation, well, it actually shouldn't depend on your situation. You should be intentional about wanting to provide for your child as much as you can within
100%.
Within your means. And I don't know what that means or that translates when you talk percentages. I mean, I focus on the need of the child versus a percentage. Because you could be saying, I'm giving my child 50% of what I'm earning, but that 50% could be a drop in the ocean in terms of their needs. And so I think if you understand the concept around Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the basic needs for a child should be covered.
Do you think
clothing,
every man should be
schooling,
trying to cover all the needs of a child?
if they can,
Sure.
if they can afford to? Why not?
But the goal should be 100%.
The goal should be 100%. But again, the goal should be to satisfy the basic needs according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is shelter, clothing, education. Those are non-negotiables. Anything above and beyond that is you obviously trying to make up, because a lot of us are trying to make up for what we couldn't have when we were kids. But I don't like getting into this conversation around percentages because it's relative.
Relative is fine, but I mean, legally it's 50-50. So a guy will be like, I'm taking care of 50% of my kids.
Legally, it's 50-50. But then again, you then have to look at what situation are you in. Are you divorced to your ex-wife? Is she married again? You married again? Can she afford it? Is the other guy saying he'll take over from you? And when as a man, are you allowing that to happen? Is your manhood tainted by that? You know how it goes.
Yeah.
A guy will say, no, actually, in fact, you don't have to do anything when. A lot of guys then will have to decide, do I let go of my surname and lineage in exchange for Ingusami's over taken care of fully, or do I stick and stand my ground and go, never, not in my name. This is Sibongo Sami. It also goes to the topic around guys who still have a desire to have a son instead of a daughter because they think that their lineage and their surname
Ike speaks about that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I went through that stage until I realized that
as well.
He does.
Yeah. So really, it really depends, and I think.
But you think 100, not 50.
I think if you can afford it.
Sure. No, even 100. The 50, it's if you can afford it.
Absolutely.
But
for me, 100 should be
of the needs.
Of their needs.
Okay.
The basic.
Time. I want to sneak in one more. Sorry.
For Eddie, if someone's going to have a kid, whether it's the two parents, your thought process should be that I must be able to take care of this kid.
By myself. Whether I'm a mom or a dad.
So if this man leaves, the woman is like, sharp.
Yeah.
If the lady leaves, and I must be like, yes, sharp. So I think the basic advice when you're going to have a child, it must be that this child,
yes.
If
that's what I said. Everything else is a bonus.
I think,
everything else is a bonus.
Because you guys end up fighting because what you're speaking about now with the 50-50 in terms of divorce or you split, is that he made it sometimes to put these kids in expensive schools.
Yeah.
Knowing very well that the men can afford.
Absolutely.
But because the family like about grand, or even if sometimes they make grand, but they are willing to sacrifice a little bit more.
Yeah.
Take the child to a singing scale. Transport when we ask for the transport. So we need to be very careful with the percentage thing because sometimes women use it against Amachita.
Yeah, I don't like this.
We know many guys in
not sometimes in maintenance courts. It's what is it's the woman generally sets the standard of the child.
Yeah,
Umchita might be like, no, this is what I can afford.
Yes.
So no, ingane sifunda la Saint Banbani. His school fees is 10,000 a month.
But the
you
law
have to
can't
at least
force
give
you.
5,000.
No, but the law can't force you. The law cannot force you in terms of the quality of schooling. Ingos is basically
In relation to what the mother-
yes, they can't.
I want to dispute that.
They can't force you. If
I was going to say it depends on
Yes.
affordability.
Yes,
they can
yes,
force you
yes.
based on affordability.
Based on affordability, 100%. But what I'm saying is, it goes back to my conversation around Maslow's basic hierarchy of needs.
Yeah.
Ingos merely told education. Education is education. There's
But why
public
must
schools.
education
It's free
be
in this
a
country.
million rand?
Absolutely.
But why must education be a
Mar, what I'm
million
trying to
rand
figure
a
out
month?
when you speak about, see, example, the baby mamas with the kid on the side of the family. Let's say school fees for that child is 5,000. Umchita can't afford it.
Yeah.
His salary is 10K. What does the law say there?
There's a formula.
Or there's a
Yeah, they
formula.
work on a formula.
Oh,
Maintenance quotas has a formula.
Yeah, I
guys
think they've
know
got
the
a formula. I
formula.
think it's 30%.
It starts by subtracting your expenses, and then based on whatever's left. And they also check if you have other kids, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how some niggas who have been contributing 5,000, by the time Usisi takes him to maintenance, it comes out that he's got 3 more. To no, Lumchita is under pressure. Baba, you can send 2.5.
Yeah.
Yes. And Lumchita's like, oh,
Yeah.
of which I got winning because they
that's
should
not,
be
you're
sending
right.
the
That's
same.
not a win.
Yeah.
That's not a win because now you are taking your personal selfishness at the expense of innocence.
Yeah.
Nomchita be push, Usiso sukwamphapela.
Yes.
But now he'll be like,
But
the
we are
court
retaliate,
said, and
we
you're
are
like, no,
retaliate.
forget the court. When I tumela, I got to tumela.
Sure.
So
You
it's
had another
time,
one.
and then I wanted to ask, since he mentioned something here about who the child belongs to, what about time? Minimum.
Time.
I think Wara said, did he say once a week? I know you gave an answer, but he said depending on age, at least once a week.
I said depending on age.
No. I think he agreed with you. But you said
Didn't you say when you have time? Oh, okay. But
Are you saying in a situation where you're not living with the child,
even
Yeah.
if you do.
even if you do?
Yeah, there are men, by the way, and we raise this. There are women who are
They are present but absent.
There are women who are single mothers, but they are married, and Umchita lives in the same house.
100%,
So
because they are
Umchita comes home at 7 or at 8, or he comes home at 6. But ufika ivalele in his man cave, akakhuluma nengane, he doesn't help with homework. Mhlampe akaholi grant, so he also doesn't khafa what. Kodwa kuthiwa ukhona.
so Magachafa is a present dad. So I'm throwing the question back. Because we know of a few households where he's the breadwinner. But
I don't think presence has anything to do with money. Sorry.
I think it does for some people.
It does for some people.
For some people, it does.
They see
because
him as
because
the-
they would say that he's a present dad.
No, I'm just saying from a English definition, presence is a physical thing.
Yes, from a
Yeah,
definition.
it's participation.
Yes,
but from a
but
societal,
from societal,
there's many
they
women
will
that
say
would
he's present.
I would rather man ekhafimali.
Oh, I don't think they know what a present father is. Then.
Yeah, they don't understand that.
Okay,
That's okay.
No, I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm clarifying for people that may not know that when we say present father,
Time.
we don't mean his money is present.
No,
we talk about
talking-
his physical being.
Yeah.
The money is a separate
they'll
argument.
Say what Titi was saying with the money is access. Yeah,
So it shouldn't be that. But
Okay,
but
gotcha.
all I'm saying is if a woman's gonna say no, he's present because he sends 50,000, Siswam, that's not a present man. That means he's a contributing man.
Yeah.
But presence, people should think in their head when I say I want to be a present father, I mean physically.
Yes.
Nenganyam and hopefully
Activities.
quality.
What are
as
you
well.
doing? You know,
Quality time.
we always talk about the 3 P's of fatherhood: the provision, which is to provide.
Sure.
There's the protection.
Providing money.
Provision, whatever that looks like.
Knowledge.
Provision.
Okay.
Provision of resource. Provision of wisdom. Provision of who you are as a father. You know. Then there's the protection, and then there's the third one, which is participation, presence. A lot of dads think, Uti, because I provide and I protect, I've done my work, but you don't actually understand even how your child is wired. You don't even know what's going on with your child. If you had to ask time, Uti, how often do you actually spend time asking your kids how are they doing? What's happening with them? Most dads don't know.
Your children's favorite musicians. What
Sometimes
movies
I
they
feel like
like.
we're
They
being
don't know.
You don't know their favorite color.
Nah, they don't
If you had to ask your
I have no idea.
I
favorite
think
color.
we're being unfair. Hey, I don't know.
No, we're not saying it's a measure of being participating.
No.
We're just giving examples
Yes,
of how some guys
practical-
are so detached.
Yeah.
You're like, intwana yakho isikwe yini la? Kuphi? Awuboni intwana yakho isikekile la?
No, Maruta is saying that is what is a good father. You must have all 3.
No, I never said that.
Okay.
I just said there's 3.
No, the
P's of fatherhood.
participation, we were just
okay.
giving examples, but you
Yeah,
must
understood.
participate.
Sure.
What's your daughter's favorite color?
No, she's too young. But when we have to buy something, she's always leaning green. Why, Angas?
Yeah. But it's things that you pick up because you pay attention. and you're intentional about understanding how your child is wired. Because obviously these things we were not taught, guys. Let's be honest.
Atina, we're horrible examples in this room. We're all intentional fathers.
I don't know my kids' teachers. I know my number 3 teacher because the first 2 went through the same teacher.
Ubani wenza homework nencosi zakho endlini?
Not me. I can tell you for free. Motherfuckers need to do their own homework.
How much time?
Time.
So whether the father doesn't live with the mom, if he doesn't live with the mom, of course he's constrained. But ideally, whether he lives with the children or not, minimum. So Mchela can be like, at least I see my kids 1 day a month. TT said at least grand.
1 day a month wenzani now? Because seeing your kids is one thing. What are you doing with them?
Sure.
You know, guys will say, no, I'm gonna come apake ikara ngaphandle azwakala hlale use lounge. Maziti 7 p.m. back to the car and is gone. He spent 0 time. He was there.
A better example is guys pick up their kids, either dump with his girlfriend or his mother.
Yes. That's what time.
I was with my daughter.
Or Mr. Ukoko. Mr. Your lady weekend. That in his mind.
He spent time with his kids.
Yeah, but he wasn't there. He didn't get to tap into the child. He didn't color with the child. They didn't go paintballing. They didn't go to a soccer game. They didn't go do something recreational so that when the child comes back on Monday, and they ask, how was your weekend? The child can tell a story.
They weren't bonding.
There was nothing. And that's why it's important to take time out, go on holidays, go on vacation with your kids, you know.
But the things that you're speaking about, Khotman, it just seems so far.
I know. But there's public parks.
You can take a
Taking
walk.
it to a park.
Take a walk.
Taking your child to a park.
You can walk just around the hood, just walking with them.
You can walk a cast.
Not everything requires.
Bonding. It's about people must sit there.
But as long as you are there.
Yeah.
You're there.
It's love language. There's different ways of exercising a love language. It doesn't always have to be about money. Let's say you are putting together a braai. Show him how to make the fire.
I don't put together a braai. I facilitate.
But
I stand back. And I say,
you direct.
Yeah, I direct.
Yeah.
Mlotshwa, you are there. That's the difference. You are
That's
there.
the
That's what
difference.
that he say.
You are there. You know, splash it around in But what I'm saying is there's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, got
and
you.
so it's not always limited to Inyugu. And I think we will always put Inyugu first and not what's available to us. We've got public parks, bro. Can go and chill there.
The reason why I'm wanting to play devil's advocate because I know Guti, there's people that are sitting back and they're listening and they're counting and they're writing this list of things that you're saying and they might feel too or detached
Paintballing.
from paintballing.
No, Marapeka, he's saying spend time. Ismail, if I know you let him visa,
we understand.
Penson is emphasizing why he was asking.
Bro, we understand that.
Sure.
Because now there's things that because was classic my comment. But I was just saying for those that just took it at surface level.
Yeah.
And might not have understood Guti, you are basically saying find things, spend time.
That don't need money. You know, one of the things I remember the most about my grandfather, my late grandfather, I was named after him.
Tato.
Sipo. My first name is Sipo. Sipo Tatomba.
So Mbha is what?
TT derives from the word Tato. There's 2 T's there.
Oh,
sorry, Mbha is what? Xhosa?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, and Tato?
Tato is Bedi because my mom is Bedi.
Your mom's Bedi?
Yeah.
Dope. Sipo's Xhosa?
Sipo's Xhosa, yes. Okay. So you know, I never forget the sessions that I used to have with my grandfather on a Sunday evening when he asked me to shave. There was a moment for me and him, just shaving him and just having a conversation, and he would tell me about family and our history. Those are moments that didn't cost anything. That didn't cost a single thing, but I still remember.
My father's a very polarizing character in our lives because we're in Satan. But I remember one of the things that he made us do, which I hated when I was young, was something that I thought I'd do growing up because I found a beauty in it. Washing his feet and Gobisa.
Yeah.
Because I used to do it for our favorite aunt, Patience as well. And that exercise for me is like an exercise in humility. And while you're sitting there, you're forced to sort of chat.
Yeah. You have to talk.
You know, and then my hope was always, as you get older, you start switching the roles, or you share. Would you say you're gonna wash my feet, but next week namin wash.
Yeah.
I remember my one baby mama when we were in varsity.
Yeah.
Used to say she loves, because she used to live with her dad. She used to say she loves visiting her mother. This is in varsity. I think she was 21, 22.
Yeah.
She used to love visiting her mom because she said whenever she visited her mom would give her a full bath.
Sure.
Mesamgqobisa ngovaseline.
Sure.
And for her, that was like a thing. My mom
language.
baths me, mesangqobisa.
Love
Ngimdala
language.
ngingaka.
Love language.
Sorry.
No, the reason why I had a chuckle because Auntie used to make us mgcobis like her ankles and her feet with the tiger balm.
Yeah.
And now you kids.
Yeah.
And it's only when you get older
That you get it.
that you're like, hey, what are people using tiger balm for? I mean, that's good. It's for
Gqobisa,
swollen ankles.
Yeah.
And it's only when you get older you're like, oh, what was the for this thing?
Yeah.
People are dirty.
But it's it's cognitive things that you set
That
in
balance,
the memory
yeah.
that you can never forget. And they don't cost. I think the point I'm trying to drive home is not everything.
Doesn't have to be a money thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a money thing.
The thing about parenting, and this is where the art and not the science is the things that you are so in your mind intentional of.
Yeah.
You know, I bought
They mean nothing.
a Spider-Man toy.
Yeah.
And he's playing with the fucking box.
Yeah.
And you're like, nigga.
Yeah.
You can give us time, like 5 minutes.
I just bought you.
No, I'm just saying you can say, guys, we've got 5 minutes.
So much money.
Yeah.
You playing with the box.
Yeah.
You know, you saying what your memory is ukunda ike.
Yeah.
But in his mind, he was so intentional. Yeah, look. And you're like, those memories don't hit as hard as these memories.
So the answer I'll take is you can't give time as long as any time you get, it's impactful.
Any chance
You're
you
bonding.
get. Any chance you get. It goes back to what I said earlier on. How do you dissect your 24 hours?
Sure.
You got to be able to account for your 24 hours because a lot of time gets lost in transition. You don't even know what you did for 2 hours. And if you could take those 2 hours and spend with your child, then it's value for yourself. Self value is something we don't spend enough time with as a machita. You know, you think, man, in the 2 hours, whilst you could just be walking your child, just taking a walk. And you know, there's so much love in silence. You don't even have to, just need to, but even my dad is here. Time I'll call.
I want to ask my last question because of time.
No,
I'm done.
Let's wrap up. Siso, do you have any questions, any points, any remarks?
You want to say you love your dad?
No,
You don't want to
Hectic.
say you love your dad.
no, I've told it.
Oh,
Dope.
he
You
knows.
can tell him again.
That's
Okay.
dope.
Yeah,
No, that's
tell him
dope.
again.
That's dope.
I've told it.
Okay, he knows. Okay.
Happy.
Closing remarks there. Kibine.
I think with the chat, and we'll speak about it, man, is intentional parenting. I think society is in this mess because lama first born aba mistake wonke mfethu nje abantu bebadakiwe yini manje firstborn
Oledi. Itama has got a 50 billion case.
so I think society is in this mess because we're not intentional and we're not understanding why we have kids. You know, I think
Most people cannot answer that question.
yeah. It's a tough one. Why people have kids, and it's like this. Some people just glorify it, but it's like it's a need, but people can't fully articulate it. But I think intentional parenting solves a lot of things. It solves a lot of things in society, and once we are intentional, I think we can build a better society. Because most of us, in fact, we are just winning this thing, fit. And the thing is, you are gambling with the child that has issues, and now those issues are facing other parents and other kids. And now you're just gambling. You know, dads, amachita sometimes have that mentality.
Most of society.
Yeah,
Uzobona masumdala.
now uzobona masukhrot. Can't that thing, fit, it's killing other kids, you know, in society. So I think intentional parenting solves a lot of issues that we have in society. And that team, thank you for pulling through, man. It's been wonderful. When I used to shoot for Usemizi,
Sure.
we used to go to Indawa Kiwaya
Sure.
when we were still filming.
That's too
living
dope.
the
You used to
dream.
come to my house,
Yeah.
the mansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it easy.
We used to come there.
Take it easy.
No, it's relative. Your mansion is relative.
Okay. Thina sihlala emkhukhwini in my mansion.
So no, thank you for pulling through, man. Sure.
Shout out.
Closing remarks.
I get attacked a lot on social media for being a deadbeat, which is not true. But I really think there's a story and there's a narrative that needs to be told about so-called deadbeats, the good and the bad. Because there are people labeled deadbeats where it's unfair, and there's a story. There are guys who are real deadbeats, but there's also a story there. And if ever society is genuine about getting rid of a deadbeatism, we need to actually hear the stories unfiltered. Like all agenda networks speaking about ex-cons and explaining how they got into crime. It would be nice for some gents to comfortably like, I'll never be in a child's life, and allow them safely to speak and explain why without judging, so that in future we can be like, so that we don't get another guy like that, or to help a guy like that. This is how we approach. But attacking those guys, good and bad, you miss out on actually making society better. And my closing remark is going to be with intentional parenting. Try to imagine as much as possible when you're speaking to your kids that that's going to be their inner voice when they're older. Yeah. So those things that when your parents said, you're like, I know. My kids know we're lions, we're not sheep. They know dad wants us to be independent. This is your life. We're just extra characters. So take ownership of your life. And be intentional about repeating that, especially the most important stuff. They've done very well. Euphonic speaks very well of his dad. I'm trying to think of who else. But there's these people who will tell you, my dad used to always tell me, like, you're a king. And you're like, that's crazy. Our dad used to tell me all the time, like, if no, at the time it's like, hey man, shut the fuck up. But that affirmation, that intention, you come back like, what is he gonna remember? Hey, if my dad was here, he'd be telling me that. Be intentional about repeating that as much as possible. Iba clean, my dad always used to clean. Be intentional about being your child's inner voice when they're older.
Sure.
Tato, thank you so much for coming through, dog. 16 March.
My man, 15 March.
Danke, siyabonga. Sounds like jealousy.
Wow.
Closing remarks, brother.
You know what you guys are doing is really healing. You might not realize it, but it's healing. Because what normally happens is, whether we're Brian at home, we never have these hard conversations because everyone is trying to cover themselves away from their reality. And so when we sit around an environment like this as Amachita, we should be able to really unpack what's really bothering us. And I love what you said about the affirmation part. We don't affirm each other enough as Amachita. You're doing good with your podcast and fun. Like just that. You know what that means to you? It means you're on the right track. It means people are watching what you're doing. It means people are acknowledging the work. They can trash it, they can say all they want, but you've created a platform called AMAGENTS, which is really designed for AMAGENTS to be able to ventilate the issues. We might not have the resolve, but at least we're starting with the conversation. And for me, that's what it's about. Umatalawam used to tell me, I told I was named after him, Sipo, which means gift. He always
This is your grandfather.
My grandfather, yeah. He's always reminding me, I was named after him because I'm a gift to the world. I must never forget that. And I always want to say to parents, when you name your child, you must understand what that is going to do to them for the rest of their lives. So my name is Sipo Tato. So I'm a gift to the world, and I'm living God's will in everything that I do. And I've always been aware, Uti, I've got a bigger responsibility that I carry because I was named after a man who would have done anything for me. And for me, how to treasure and respect his legacy is doing the best I can. And thanks for the platform, Gents. This is so enlightening. And I think South Africa needs this. South African men need to heal. And for us to heal, we need to talk.
www.amatimer.org.
Yes, sir.
TYMA.
Yes, sir.
On Instagram. From my side, I'm just humbled. Like truly put this to like the wisdom that you've dropped. Like on a personal note, like there's a lot Uncle Sengayo, so I just want to just say thank you so much.
It was good to bump into you, eh? At least when yours was productive.
Cut.
So what are you 31?